Who wins that pose?
Nick.
You think Nick wins that?
Give me
Look at
one
the side
argument.
leg. Look at the glute. Look at the arm.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
I get why somebody might look at this pose in particular and be like, "There's no way I can give it to Nick." But
I don't know what those people are thinking. And there's one of them in the chat right now. Would you give it to him now?
Dylan, you're so fucking condescending, man. You set things up and you laugh as people talk.
Oh,
me too.
I left
Dylan, you're
halfway through
condescending.
so.
Also, Xavier has the worst opinion of all time.
Yeah, fuck Derek Lunsford.
Marcus, we're actually going to be rolling out something special. So I have a special announcement today. It's something that you have to pay for, so it's hardly a great announcement, but it is an announcement nonetheless.
Okay.
So I'm now announcing that we are rolling out channel memberships, and for that channel membership tier, you will be able to join the exclusive Project Bodybuilding Discord.
I thought you were launching the OnlyFans, man. What's going on?
Well, that'll come in due time. but I mean, this is going to be a great way to connect with me. Like, truthfully, I've just gotten so many DMs recently, and it's not like a huge amount or anything, but I figured it's just time to pull the trigger on this. This has been something I've wanted to do for a while. I think in a sport built on discussion, it makes sense to be on a platform like Discord, where it's all about discussion. It's basically, if you don't know, Discord is basically like chat room / forum, more so on the chat room side of things. But as you can see, I mean, I know fuck all about Discord, but I set up my my server here.
It sounds like it's like, instead of like gay to play, it's like pay to play. You know what I mean?
I think you're onto something. I think you're retarded. Anyway, we have a channel for general discussion, bodybuilding news, and then bodybuilding comparison, since that's what the channel is built on. I'll be in the Discord. Ash, the moderator on this channel, will be in the Discord as a moderator. Marcus, will you be in the Discord?
I'll be in that bitch. I'm gonna be ahead of the moon post section. Okay, can we add the moon post?
Yeah, we can add that in. We can add that in.
Then I'm in.
So right now, it's really just I'm really just opening this up so I can reach you guys in a more effective way, and also give you guys a space to talk, because I really do like the discussion part of bodybuilding.
Yeah.
I mean, Marcus and I, we start a podcast and we'll be like, oh, we'll be on for 90 minutes today. And then pre-cut, it'll be 2 hours and 45 minutes. And then we'll talk for another hour after. So this is a great way to discuss with more people, because unfortunately, I just gotta stop answering Instagram DMs, because I'm just on it way too much. And I'd rather be actually doing videos, but at least when I get on Discord, that's all I'm doing. I'm just, it's less of a distraction. It's more of its own confined thing. So anyway, it is going to be put behind, this is my favorite part, it's going to be put behind a paywall. But it's really cheap, because, I mean, this is really the only thing I have to offer at the moment. It's really just about supporting the channel. The Discord is a bonus thing. Basically,
it's gonna be a great community. I already know it. It's going to be like the most interesting community.
Oh, it's going to be a good one
out there. Yeah,
but we're going to make it, I think, $3 a month, $2.99 a month, or whatever.
Not at all.
That's not bad at all. What does that come out to? A penny a day?
I don't know. You can't even
call it a penny a day for a month. I mean,
gay for pay or whatever. It's
right, actually, a penny a day for a month. And then you get access to talking to me exclusively and other like-minded individuals in the Project Bodybuilding Discord. That's a sweet deal, and you get to support the channel. And soon I'll create another tier where there'll be actual benefits, like having members only live streams, videos exclusively for members and things of that nature. But right now, it's just for supporting the channel. Discord as an extra bonus, but I want as many of you to join as possible. So please come in and come into the Discord.
Come in.
We're
going to have a channel specifically where to find the best
pause-worthy moments. Oh yeah, best three quarters.
Best 3/4. Yeah, it's going to be best 3/4. Go to your local Kohl's, baby.
But anyway, you can find Marcus and I in there. Marcus, will you be using this Discord? You're not just gonna join to join. You're gonna pop in, right?
Oh, I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be. I don't know. I might talk some wild shit. I'm pretty. I'm laid back on here.
There are not many rules in this Discord.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is a private thing.
Exactly.
This is there are no holds barred. I mean, obviously we can't talk about certain things, illegal things in that matter, but there, I mean, in terms of bodybuilding, no holds barred. We'll be talking mad shit. We'll be I mean, it's gonna be pretty good. I think you're right, Marcus. I
Instead
think
of rate for your physiques and be shit on your physique, you know what I'm saying? Shit on the IFBB's physique.
But this is what bodybuilding needs. A sport built on discussion
Yeah,
absolutely needs a place, a tight-knit community. Because, I mean, if you're paying for my channel, you're probably a bodybuilding fan to begin with, a hardcore bodybuilding fan. And that's exactly who you want to be discussing with. There are way too many retards in the sport. You can't be talking with everyone. But anyway, make sure you become a channel member, and it should send you a direct invite to the Discord. If for some reason it doesn't, shoot me a DM on Instagram, and then we'll work it out. Send me some proof that you did.
Yeah, and he's not going to answer that shit either. Fuck your
No,
DM.
I will answer. I will answer a few of them. But yeah, Project Bodybuilding Discord. I cannot wait to see you there. Marcus, imagine, if you will, back to the 2024 Mr. Olympia. The bodybuilding season of 2024 looked a lot different than it did in 2025. Now the 2025 season is over. Samson Dowda is no longer Mr. Olympia. Chris Bumstead isn't even in the classic physique division. It's a sign of the times. But we're going to recap the entire 2025 IFBB Pro bodybuilding season, open bodybuilding season, and we're going to rank every single one of the pro show winners in a tier list.
Wow. Sounds like you did your fucking homework.
Oh, I did. First, we have something to get to.
Oh, goodness.
You know where this is going. You know exactly. Oh, thank God it's not pulled up. Okay. I'm going to play this. At risk of getting copyright struck, I'm actually going to play this. It has to be shown to the world. Marcus, you have no right to make fun of me any longer.
Let's hear it. Oh, I hope you're... Yeah. Look at him, like...
I want to...
Hey, go comment on it now, though. Go comment. I ain't see no comment from you. All that fake love, man. I want to end.
Marcus,
that
don't
laugh,
ever... Oh, and
laugh is going to be the response to your
You got yourself verified.
Yeah. $102 every 2 weeks.
Are you serious? Okay, but to be fair, after I've seen some of the cringe things you post, you'd be the type to make that type of purchase. Anyway,
yeah, dude, the cringe is where it's at, man.
So you and your girlfriend are not boyfriend and girlfriend, you're fiancés.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I'm sure you've seen this.
The fuck is this?
You know, after posting that, that's all I gotta say. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video, ladies and gentlemen.
You need to get rid of the blue pill and go take the red pill.
Marcus,
go take the black
I'm
pill.
not even going to argue with you today, because after what I just saw, there's no arguing. It's already done.
I love Halloween. Hold on. Peep this. Well, I'm gonna come back with a change outfit. Hold on.
You know, Marcus loves something else. Here's a real quote from him, by the way. For 13, that ain't bad. So keep that in mind as he shows you whatever he's about to show you. Hold on, I'll put you on the big screen.
But we did this for all the little neighborhood kids. We made little baggies. When I tell you, I'm like Halloween times 10.
Yeah, that's very thoughtful. I like that. I like that idea.
I even got the pink ribbon for you, man. Like perfect
for my breast cancer.
Yeah. All the tweaking things.
No, it would have been great if you stopped there.
Oh no, I'm keep going.
I think we can get into the tier list. Like I said, 2024 looked a lot different than 2025, and vice versa. I guess I should have said it. But here we have every pro show winner. Some of them I doubled up because we had a couple of people win 2 pro shows, plus an extra you may have noticed. But we'll get to that when we get there. We're going to go in order, actually. And I want to give a shout out to my friend. We do talk quite a bit, I guess you can say. My friend from Muscle Insight, who he was making these posts, Road to the Olympia, keeping track of all the pro show winners. And it's going to be very helpful when we have a list like this. There was 24 pro shows, but not 24 pro show winners because, again, some people doubled up. But anyway, we're going to start from the very beginning. Unfortunately, I can't really explain the tiers. I will say this is graded on the fact that an S tier physique is an S tier for the year. It's compared in a vacuum against the rest of the 2025. So when I put, I don't know, Martin Fitzwater's Prague Pro in S tier or whatever, I'm not going to do that. And that's another thing I got to explain. But if I put it into S tier, that doesn't mean it's like, oh, this is as good as Ronnie Coleman or Phil Heath or other S tier bodybuilders. No, it's the 2025. How does it compare against the other 2025 peers? And also, I'm not talking about Martin's Prague version from 2025. I'm talking about it from the 2025 season. This is a very important distinction I have to make.
Gotcha.
You may notice, how am I recapping 2025 without it being the end of 2025? We are recapping, yes, we're recapping the 2025 bodybuilding season, which, as you can see from the graphic, extends from a little bit before last year's Olympia because shows very close to the Olympia of that year end up qualifying you for next year. So it's Brett's win in the Legion of 2024, but it's close enough that it counted for 2025, all the way to the Europa Pro, the last show of this calendar year that qualified for 2025. So basically September to September from 2024, 2025.
Gotcha.
I think that's pretty much it. Do I need to explain anything else?
No. How was your Halloween?
I didn't do anything.
Did you go to the Lord's house? And
I'm a lonely chud incel, and it'll never get better for me. I don't really need to go into it. That's just the TLDR. So let's get into the list, and we'll go in order. Let's start with Brett Wilkins' 2025, technically 2025, Legion Sports Fest. So honestly, and a lot of, well, I guess I have one more thing to say. A lot of people will say, how is this any different from just the Olympia? What do you mean you're ranking all the pro show winners? Isn't that exactly what happens at the the Olympia?
No.
Right, because people change, people get better or worse. Like I can tell you right now, Nick Walker at the Olympia, a lot of people wouldn't even put him A tier. But with his Pittsburgh Pro version, I can tell you he's going to be extremely high on this list.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not exactly the same, but we can reference that because we did see them all together. We did see them all together at the Olympia stage, so it's a good reference. So
we can reference Olympia.
I will pull that up. Yeah. I mean, we're only judging in a vacuum. These guys don't exist in a vacuum. But I'll go ahead and pull up the Olympia results because I'm sure we'll need them at some point or the other. But anyway, what did you think of Brett Wilkins' Legion Sports Fest physique?
Good conditioning.
Oh man, off to a great start. Good conditioning. I gotta tell you, this is mid to below mid. He looks better when he's on his own. We saw at the Olympia. What did he place? 14th? He was actually like really small. Honestly, I could have had Bruno Santos beating him at this show.
Oh, Bruno. Oh, okay. Okay, got you. Yeah,
Legion,
I mean, I said it prior in one of our little one of our little shenanigans. I mentioned that I'm curious to how Urs will size up against someone like a Brett, and we saw firsthand that he sized up pretty well against Brett specifically. Brett just got to put on more size, man. It's a good showing for him. Don't get me wrong. Would you consider Olympia a better showing?
I didn't get a look at him because he was back here in the 16th, the not placings. I guess I can pull it up real quick. I guess that's a fair point. Okay, one picture. We're off to a great start.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I don't think he thought it was that good. Because you would certainly, I mean, you take a look at Good Vito's feed, and it's all stage shots from the Mr. Olympia. You don't see that with certain people. And Brett's one of them. I think this is like a C tier.
Well, and granted, C tier is not bad at all. Like, I want to make that very clear. C tier is not bad. So putting this in C tier is a respectable placing.
Yeah, and I guess another side note, no F tier because they're all pro show winners.
Well, then C tier is fucking disrespectful as fuck.
Okay, because I think the majority of the guys on this list could beat him. I think he's slightly below average to average.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're gonna go in order again, not by this because they jumbled up. I think it's Akeem next. And I know you're a big fan of Akeem.
I'm a big fan of Akeem. And
I can take this out of here.
Question. In hindsight, do you think he was slept on at the Olympia?
I think he is currently being slept on. Like, we just saw him do that show over the weekend. The Poland Pro, the Everest Pro, whatever it was, he got 4th.
Yeah, man. I think it's one of those situations.
No, it's not even Akeem, but we're already talking about him, so I don't really care. We'll go to Akeem. He did one of those shows at the end of the year in December, if I'm not mistaken. He beat Horse MD. Well, he went to Romania to battle with Rafael Brandao, lost to Brandao, and then went to the Big Man Pro in Spain and beat Horse MD for that show. Pretty good top 2, very similar top 2. It's just Akeem's like a more seasoned version of Horse. They both have no backs, good front shots and good enough side shots. But Akeem, that's where the difference really was. He has
good enough side shots
for Horse, I should say.
Okay,
that was probably the difference maker. But to answer your question, Akeem is getting they're just done with Akeem.
It's sad. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Aside from we see it happen. I sometimes I get it, but with a lineup that isn't even over 20 competitors, I don't think any of them should be slept on, should be overlooked, any of that. So,
and Akeem was another one of those at the Olympia that didn't place. That's but we saw him at this. There's not even any pictures of it. So I mean, he was 4th place at that show I just talked about, behind guys that have never won a pro show before. He was behind Joanne Pradles, Andrea Presti won shows before, but Joanne hasn't. Andre Presti won, and then Pablo Lupus, or whatever his name is, Spanish bodybuilder, if I'm not mistaken, and also another guy that has never won a pro show. And I think Akeem is starting to show some slight signs of age. I think there's a quad imbalance that's really starting to creep up. I mean, the back is somehow getting worse. But yeah, I think this Akeem at the Big Man Pro, and that's another thing. We're only judging the package specifically against the other packages. So this package at the Big Man Pro, I gotta say, pretty good version of Akeem.
I could say that I agree.
I said something earlier. I got to get your opinion on this. 2020 Akeem versus 2018 Sean Roden.
Do you have a image of 2020 Akeem?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, that's the year he placed 6th, and then Brandon was 2nd. So a lot of people were making the comparisons like, oh, Akeem's not that far off. But besides the like gaping hole that is the rear double bicep. But here we go.
Well, and I think it's very naive to put so much plate behind one shot, especially when this guy has incredible biceps in general.
Whoops. Hey, let's not forget the side chest.
Side chest is immaculate.
He would look. He beat Sean he beat Sean in shots for sure.
Yeah,
And Sean's back is not that good either. I got to do this one. I got to write it down. I was talking about it earlier to Todd, but I got to write this one down. I think that's a good matchup.
Yeah, this side chest right here and just the overall side leg on Akeem is just incredible, man. You don't see it. You don't see many other competitors with that type of a side leg. Far and few who have it.
I know you like Akeem's third leg, so how about you take the main opinion on placing him today? Where would you put this package? Is it still C tier with Brett? I'm thinking B or C, but
I'm not trying to be like so. I think B tier. Only because if I'm trying to place everything, I do think a good bit of these competitors will be a few will be A tier. I do think there's a couple of S's for the season, 1000%. I don't see him going as low as C tier, not at all. I don't see many D tiers either. I don't think there will be a D tier on this list personally. But
I can think of at least one.
We'll see. But I think a respectable B tier is good for Hakeem.
Okay. Well, let's actually go back in order now because I screwed that up. So let's go to Samson. And I completely forgot about this, but this is correct. Samson Dauda did a show 2 weeks before the Olympia, before he won the Olympia. And a lot of people forget about that because, it's a whole year ago and there was okay. Okay. But there was a lot that happened. Do you remember this?
Yeah, where everybody thought he was gonna be terrible coming in 2 weeks later. Oh yeah.
Right. My mate, Giles Tiger Thomas. He was one of the staunch advocates that said this is stupid. And a lot of people were on that. This was stupid. He should just peak for the Olympia. Why are we doing this show 2 weeks before? But I said, and I knew this would happen, Samson gets better typically when he goes back to back. And this has been the case for his entire career.
Yes.
And honestly, there's an argument for this being an S tier physique. I think our standard for this tier list should be Samson's 2024 Olympia package is an S tier.
Yes.
Hadi Chupin's 2024 Arnold Classic package is an S tier. So those are the type of physiques we're grading on there, I guess, if anything, in a vacuum still. But this is honestly one of my favorite Samson looks.
Definitely a good look. Definitely slept on. Many people overlook it because there was such negative just press behind this moment. And when you really think about it, imagine if he did that this year. Just truly, if he did something like that this year, the whole trajectory could have been different because he would have known, oh, shoot, I flubbed, I messed up. Now let me come in fuller the same way I did at Prague.
Yeah.
To where I look a lot better. So I really wish that he did the same exact thing. Why not? Clearly, it's you when you won Olympia, this is what you did. Do it again.
I mean, he typically just gets better and better. So I think this is, I wouldn't quite put it S tier, but I know you're a Samsonite.
Well,
would you put it S tier?
No. You are gonna take full control of this one, and you are gonna put in S tier. That's what I want.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, don't try to say because I'm a Samsonite. No. Dylan thinks this.
I personally would have put him in A, but since you're so adamant about it, I think S tier has to be reserved for a couple of guys.
Samson's one of them.
This particular version of Samson.
So are we not doing Olympia? Like the original Olympia?
That's not a pro show.
Oh, okay.
Are we not doing the Olympia?
How's okay? You saying, it's not a pro show? It's not a pro qualifying.
Oh, what the hell? You know what is so hilarious, Xavier? Every time I send you a link and then wait for you to show up, you always show up when we start talking about Samson. You did that in the last live stream or whatever.
I could hear it, man. I could just
feel
it.
You felt it.
Like I need to defend my man.
You felt a little tickle in your balls.
How long have you been in
exactly.
Here?
He literally just got in here. I added him as soon as he got in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Literally just got here. I didn't hear anything.
What you missed was Dylan here trying to act like he doesn't consider Samson's.
I will say for this, Xavier TLDR, we're ranking every pro show. Marcus, don't make me show him that reel you did earlier.
I sent it to him, I think.
Yeah, I commented.
I'm surprised he didn't block you. But anyway,
I sat there and hearted all of Xavier's couple things that he had on his stories and stuff.
Oh, that it was so.
No, I liked
so
it and
gross.
commented. I liked it and
I
commented.
appreciate it. Dylan's such a hater, man, and he's here hating more so on Samson. But go ahead, Dylan. Take.
I did say it was going to give me nightmares.
Right. So speaking of someone that'll give you wet dreams, we're comparing Samson right now to the entire 2025 Pro Show lineup. These are all your winners from the 2025 Pro Show. We're ranking them in a vacuum. So S tier doesn't mean the Ronnie Coleman. S tier just means they're the Ronnie of the Pro Show winners out of this group. You know what I mean? And even then, I don't even think it's that dominant. But we're talking about it for the 2025 season. So there are a couple of 2024 shows on here. We're talking about a show that everyone forgot. And you'll say that I hate Samson. I defended him for this. You defended him for this, of course. Samson doing that show 2 weeks before the Olympia, the Tsunami France.
It's low-key underrated, isn't it? Now I'm looking at it.
It's one of my favorite looks of Samson, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a top 3 version. Top 2, maybe.
Look what it was leading up into.
Yeah, top 2, top 3. Yeah, I think honestly, looking at this, I'm like, this is probably his second best version.
It's just missing a little bit of that extra peak week stuff from the Olympia because they're just coasting here.
Yeah.
Obviously,
it's a good look, huh?
So I don't know if I completed this thought earlier, but I said I was going to say that for the season, this is an S tier. For the season, I just now that I'm looking at it, I wish there was more condition, but at the same time, I don't really think too many people are going to beat this. It's not going to be the top. It's not going to be the top, but this is an S tier, and I don't think I'll get any pushback from you guys, you Samsonites.
I agree.
No pushback here.
Okay. I know Xavier wouldn't mind throwing it back on Samson Dauda.
Stupid.
Okay.
I just love that under your breath, just stupid.
Okay, let's go to one of my favorite athletes, Rafael Brandeo. What you know about that Rafael? I wish he would have done the Olympia. I think he wouldn't have really done much, but I love to see him. I don't know. All in all, it's probably not the most competitive package, though. Maybe a B tier?
Is this on fast forward, this little video?
Nope.
Wow, he's posing really...
he gets emotional
right here, but he was posing.
Remember when he cried at the Arnold? Well, the Arnold Brazil?
I don't.
He cried. I think it was part of his routine. Like he was showing that he was emotional, But no, he was crying at the at the Arnold Brazil in his posing routine.
What do you got against crying?
Why are you crying on stage? That's just as bad as crying in front of your girlfriend.
He felt his artistry. Maybe he felt the posing deep, man. Like there's a lot of passion behind this. Maybe
not even Derek cries on stage, and he feels something else backstage. Let me tell you, especially when Steve Weinberger is walking past. But I mean, it's a good package. It beat your beloved Akeem. He beat Akeem.
Yeah. Well, that's why in my head I'm like, okay, could this be considered an A tier? But I don't understand. I don't know. It's one of those like where I'd like to put it to the end of the list, but we can't do that. You know what I mean? Weight kind of thing. So it's somewhere in between a B plus and an A for me. But
Xavier?
I lean toward B plus.
Oh, I haven't looked at the lineup of guys, so I'm struggling to where to know to put him. But I'm guessing B.
He beat Akeem. He beat Horse MD and Amir Omaragic. Those were the top 4, including him, Rafael.
I love Raf as well. So, but I'd have to say B because A seems like it's like quite. Yeah, it's hard to say. I'd say
quite good.
Yeah,
I'll put him in B. I'm down for that. If we're putting Akeem in B, logically, if Rafael beat him, which I didn't agree with actually. I would have given this show to Akeem, but I'm fine with Rafael. It pains me because he just never improves.
Yeah,
Brandel,
he
yeah,
stayed pretty steady for a while.
Yeah,
He
yeah. There
improved-
was like a time where he did get some good improvements. Whenever he
2022 to
came up-
2024.
Yeah, whenever he came with a little Samir mustache at the presser.
Right. All right. We can move on. Let's using Muscle Insights thing. We're gonna go on to Martin Fitzwater
Pause.
at the 2024 Prague Pro. Honestly, this is an underrated package. I won't even front. Xavier, do you remember this package?
Are we talking about prejudging and finals combined, or are we just talking about finals, or what are we doing here?
That's a thought I had. That is a thought I had. And unfortunately, for someone like Martin, we're going to average them together. It's the overall package.
Okay.
But I know what you're saying. If we just took his initial presentation from finals and prejudging, this is an S tier physique. But he fell apart as the show went on both days. That's the issue.
Especially prejudging. Finals, he was
Yes.
pretty good. I'd say, okay, I can see him winning there. I still thought C-Bum might have won it because I thought I had C-Bum clear at prejudging. But what? Why are you laughing at that?
Sorry. That's just
What, you think
would
that's a
say that.
ridiculous take?
You would say that. No, I just think you're just caught up in the wrong things. Gay porn and such.
I said it on my live stream while I was watching it live.
Oh, you mean take a look-sees. Bro, I'd put Sean Clarita over Chris.
Now you're bugging.
You put Sean Clarita over Chris.
No, I
That's
wouldn't.
crazy talk.
Now you're bugging.
No, I wouldn't. But I mean, Sean Clarita got the shaft of the show because no one talked about him. I know Martin.
Yeah, no one talked about
him.
him.
Round. Didn't even notice the little guy next to him.
Look at that comment on the first comment on the side. Chris dominado en todo.
Chris is mastering everything. Apparently, he's mastering Xavier under the desk right now as we speak. No, I'm actually one of the few that think Martin did do enough to win this show.
Yeah. It's really one of those situations to where it just go like, I know I went, back and forth with John Hansen about this because he was a devout believer in Bumstead won this show. And in hindsight, looking at pictures and things, I'm like, there's an argument there that he, I get why people who favor the aesthetics and just that overall classic look would feel there's a polish to Bumstead's physique that is just, it's up there. And I think if that's kind of where your lens is, you might lean towards, feeling like, yeah, Bumstead did enough to win. I do not think it's clear for either which gentleman of these two. I was like you, Dylan, sadly, in the sense that I kind of felt like, Martin won the show just off of pure size, pause, but just off of just, the overall size. There was a, abundance in favor of Martin over Chris.
We're gonna invite Jordy Bands on the show for having, an actual IQ here. I think I agree with the judges. This is open bodybuilding. Martin has thick, full roundness required for open bodybuilding. Of course, Chris looks amazing, but insufficient for this category. And that just sums it up.
We know you like those big boys there, Dylan. We know you like the size. You're a size queen.
Okay. I got to show you these
photos. Argument both ways, though. I don't mean, pardon me for interrupting. I hate the argument both ways. I hate the fact that it's like, oh, someone could be, quote, too big for classic. And I hate, even in this sense, Martin's the more, they're both fucking bodybuilding. They're both supposed to be graded on like the, bodybuilding presentation.
May I present to you these pictures from the initial individual prejudging routine of Martin?
I will say one thing about pictures, though. It doesn't capture how his performance was on stage at prejudging. Did you watch the live stream?
Yes. I think I live streamed it.
Well, when he came out, he was shaking like a leaf between poses. Like his transitions were horrid. And he just started to fade during those comparisons. But I will say, when you look back at it at finals, I'm like, yeah, like realistically, I probably would give it to Martin at finals. But at prejudging, I had C-Bum, so it's like, what do you call that? 50-50,
This is overall an A tier physique. And I'm being generous to you guys because I know if I put it in S tier, you guys are gonna hurt me.
See, and I think for me, and this might be a bias on my end, the fact that for finals he did show up better makes me more lean towards giving him a higher score to show up better, in the finals, aka, second half, fourth quarter kind of thing. So, like, okay, for instance, I know we're not doing the Olympia, but like Hottie this year at the Olympia, would you consider that for this year, quote unquote, an S tier?
Yeah.
No. Okay,
That's
so then
what's
I think the same could be said for this physique personally, but
you
I
think
understand
S tier
both
as well?
S or A.
Yeah, you would
Xavier
like,
should be the
you
deciding
would like
factor.
to SA, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Shout out to
Anyway,
I say A.
A.
well,
Yeah.
A it is. I get
If it was just if he duplicated the finals twice, I could go with S, but nah.
okay. For the
It's
issues
fair.
that judging during the comparison rounds, we'll put him in A tier for now. That brings us. We already did Akeem. We already did Raphael. I think we might be done for actual 2024, and we can actually turn the page to the 2025 calendar year. So
Nice.
yes, let's talk about Derek Lunsford. Oh, my favorite. Xavier, we're talking about the 2025 Arnold Classic package. I debated adding it in because, pro show, it's an invitational, but it still qualifies you for the Olympia. So, what did you think about this
This
in
has to be-
comparison to everyone else?
It does have to be S.
I think it does.
Yeah, it has to be S. Like, I know a lot of people don't like Derek, but this was a not as full version, but you can see in the back there, like, there's that detail, and, like, I think people forget that was pretty, it stood
He was
out.
actually
Like,
crisp
it really stood
for
out.
once.
He was
As
crisp.
crisp as he'll get.
Yeah, I just think it's S. I think it's crisp. I think that was probably his best package ever. You can't, a Mr. Olympia with his best package ever, easy S.
Right. And again, this is against the 2025 Pro Show winners. I mean, not very many Pro Show winners are going to beat this with those packages. Because if they would have, if they felt confident, they would have done the Arnold. But a lot of them didn't. And then the guys that did do the Arnold, they all got beat by this Derek, which was deserved. I will say, though, I went back and looked at this show. And I'm not saying Samson, I don't think I have any footage of this. I'm not saying Samson should have won, but I think it's a lot closer than we initially thought.
I
Especially
think
at
finals was extremely close.
I think so as well. Do you remember the scores? Well, Marcus, while I pull them up, what did you think of this, Derek? I doubt you'll push back from this.
No, I think to me personally, this and Samson's look are the two best physiques of the 2025 season personally. So I couldn't imagine not giving this a S tier. I went into watching that show, big bias towards Samson personally. I know that, so I have to kind of take that in consideration when I'm trying to judge these shows who's going to be the winner. And to me, it was like I kind of knew, especially on night one or prejudging, I felt like Derek was the clear winner, and then Samson kind of came back and looked just as good. So I didn't know what was going to happen, but I kind of knew Derek might win this show. So with that being said, yeah, clear.
According to this, I mean, it wasn't the clearest. I thought it was a straight score for Derek on night one, but it actually wasn't. And then night two was only a 1 point difference. Very interesting to say the least. But I think if we were to, and I thought about doing this, but it would just take too long. Putting anytime there was a controversial second, I did do it for one show, but anytime there's a controversial second, so putting Chris Bumstead for Prague on this, or a close second, putting Samson Data on this list from the 2025 Arnold Classic. I think 2025 Samson would easily be honestly, it would still be S tier. So I just want to highlight that even though Derek will be going in S tier, I think had Samson won the show, and we've been talking about him, like Derek just didn't even compete because he's second, I think he still would have been an S tier. So the gap between Derek and Samson is a lot closer than Derek and then Martin from Prague, or Derek and then someone from B or C tier. A lot bigger, like exponentially bigger. Because I know they're in different tiers. Obviously, they're on a tier list, but it's exponentially bigger. It's not just one tier. It's miles apart in some instances. Anyway, that was a pretty easy one. It's Detroit, the Detroit Pro winner. Good old battling Bill Bonac.
Billiam.
Coincidentally, he did a lot of shows this year, but I think this one was his best of the year.
It's tough because it's Detroit, man. It has such good lighting. It's like I agree,
It
with you,
helps.
but it's
Yeah.
so tough
That's-
because
yeah.
the lighting's like so on point. But it's easy to
It's,
say it's his best.
hard not to look good in this at this
Yeah.
show, man.
And do you know what's so cool about this is I know this is off topic, but the fact that they got Gilco to set up the lighting and he was the guy doing the videography, I'm like, brilliant move. And he did a live stream, like,
And it was the best
It's
of the
just-
year. You mean to tell me if you have people that do this as their job, it works out pretty well?
But seriously, it's like it's the number one thing. I know there's so much that goes into show promotion, but I wouldn't even know. But yeah, it's just the number one thing is just getting the guys right on stage.
And I wasn't throwing shade. I wasn't throwing shade at you. I was throwing shade at like the Olympia that seemingly can't get it right, no matter how hard they try. It's just we just want something really simple. That's all it is. That's all it is. I
Do
like
you know what
that.
they did though? They did take one of my suggestions this year. Did you ever hear? I think it might have even been on. I don't know if it was on my podcast or whose podcast it was on. I said it several times. I said it on actually quite a few podcasts. I said what they should do is be like blackout and make it all black at least. I said ideally a black curtain. They literally did that shit apparently with the because I didn't see it, but I heard someone saying they said, oh,
Yes.
you know, blackout
they
or something.
said
and they blacked
prejudging
it out.
blackout. The problem
Yeah,
is
that's exactly what I suggested though. That's crazy.
the problem is they put a black picture, just a black backdrop on an LED screen.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
still looked like
yeah.
shit.
And that's the thing. Why didn't
No, but it was
why
a lot
didn't
better.
they just
dude.
have a fucking
You said
curtain come down?
two different ones.
Like, why didn't you just have
Yeah,
a
I
curtain
know.
come down?
Right.
Yeah. If you're gonna black out the
That's
screen,
the ideal.
just have a curtain come down instead of we have great prejudging pictures. And everybody
I don't know if
can-
you've
But let me
seen
tell
the-
you, when
the
you
photos
compare the
from the
finals,
Olympia?
the finals are an abomination though, because the light does make a difference. So it's better with the black LCD than the colors, but yeah, it still would be better with the black curtain because then you wouldn't get any of that shine off the screen because it's still a black light coming. You know,
I don't know if you've seen the pictures, Xavier, I'm sure you have, from the Olympia individual routines. Some of the worst photography, lighting, editing I've ever seen. I mean,
it's
really.
it's a quick upload. This one, yeah. That's
And I like
they
how most of the
downgrade
photos-
quality to get them up like that. You know?
Most of the photos are even off center.
Why is the screen
That's
black?
wild.
Because I'm doing a prejudging blackout.
Okay, nice. I thought you were going like hardcore BLM or
No,
something.
no. I mean, why? You're telling me this is the biggest show of the year, and all we can get are some pasty ass, cockeyed photos? That's retarded. I mean, really, how hard is it to just take a photo?
Yeah. I'm interested next year actually because it's going to be at the Orleans, so it's going to be a different venue.
Oh,
So I'm
that's the
hoping
answer.
that- No, but they've got all that floor space, you know. So and they normally had when I went to the Olympia there, they had this big pit area, and they were
Right.
actually meant to do a documentary on that Olympia, and apparently they just scrapped it. It was meant to be on like NBC and all this shit. NBC.
What year was
Sports and
that?
Stuff. It was 2014. If you don't remember which year I went to the Olympia. did
Oh,
I?
you weren't there that year.
No, I was. I definitely was.
You said you were at 2012.
You sent me a photo. It was the same background as 2012. I said,
No,
I
it
was
wasn't.
there.
It was a similar background to 2012. 2012 and 2014. 2012 finals and 2024 and 2014 prejudging have similar backdrops, but you got confused
They were
because
actually
you're fake and you weren't
horrible.
actually there. I would take it over. What
They were
we have.
horrible backdrops, though. It was like they chose a grey backdrop with random purple spots.
I love how shows still in the year 2025 are choosing red backdrops or red, tan, orange. Why? I mean, why are you
Let's make
lighting
the
shows
competitors
with
blend
red
in.
tints?
Have you seen the one from back in the day? I think it was like the Dallas Europa or something. And they had all surfboards and
Yes.
shit in the back and everything. Yeah, that was crazy.
What about- Is that the same? They had the Europa, but it wasn't in Europa. I don't know if it was still the Dallas Europa, but Fuad did the show. Sean Roden, I think, won it, where it was like an Aztec temple. Do you remember?
yeah, they always
this?
had crazy shit, man. Yeah. They got the Aztec Temple. That's the one. I think Fuad won that. He was shredded there. I remember that.
That may have
I think it
actually
was
been
Ian
his one
Valiers.
show that he won. He beat Sean Roden there.
I think
Or
he won
something
2 or
is that.
3 shows, or maybe no, maybe he did win 2 or 3.
So
Yeah, he
they
won
got
a
the
couple.
ideas from like the old WWE pay-per-view events.
I don't.
Ian
even know if
Valier
I'll
was
be
in
able
the
to
show.
find this.
Yeah, it was weird. But do you know what? I actually like the old Olympia stages. How they literally have full-on columns and big like.
That's why I like
They had
2020
like a
so much.
Colosseum background.
But yeah, I mean,
2020.
it's this weird temple in the background.
That was one of their better backgrounds too, for sure.
You know, I kind of like it. I'm not even gonna, if we have to have something big and grandiose, I don't really mind something like that. It beats a light show, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Faux show.
anyway, to fact check this, I don't know if I can. He
So
placed
William
second.
Bonac.
Hold on. Fuad placed second at the 2024 at the 2014 Europa. Here's the background. I mean, what is?
Oh no, it's
this?
Abomination. It's an Abomination.
What is that? Honestly, I can't even
Dude.
hate it. I low key, I kind of fuck with it. I really do.
Do you know what's funny? When I was in Vegas, I got one of those guys that spray painted a thing, and he spray painted the moon with like the spray can and stuff like that. You know, the top of the spray can, and like I paid for it, and it was something like that, but it was like the Vegas backdrop, but it had the same moon and like light in the background. I guarantee some dude's come in and painted that.
That's awesome. You know, it's like I kind of like the Legions where they do the comic book characters, but I think that one's a bit distracting because there's so many different colors. But
Well,
here
now they've actually got a bit better. Like they've got just the Legion name behind them in the big blocks, like they used to do with the Olympia. And then they've got the characters above now, which is better.
Anyway, back to William Bonac. I think this is the bellwether, if anything. You know,
What's the bellwether?
Let me pull up a definition because I'm going to say it wrong. Leading the sheep, okay, an indicator or predictor of something.
Okay.
I think this is the good halfway point. I think nowadays, if you can, you know, it's just Bonac's bringing condition. He's bringing a good amount of size. He's bringing completeness. This is where good turns into. I don't even want to say great because some people beat Bonac and they're not necessarily that good. But again, I think it's a good in-betweener. Not to be confused with the in-betweener you do with Samson, but a good in-betweener of physiques. Meaning
Like a
this
B.
is the epitome of B tier.
I agree. He can't be below Akeem. Hey, you look like a Joker there, man. Is that how you're getting costume?
You guys are so gay. I'd put him in B tier. Marcus, do you have anything against that?
No. Definitely B tier is the best place for him.
We'll re-rank these.
B for Bill.
B for Bill. I think we're on to Arnold Classic Brazil now. Yes. Good old one of the first videos I saved. Good veto. That's not good veto. Good veto. That is not good veto. I think it's a pretty good package. Marcus, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say in the same manner that you did, but really big fan of this look. Granted, the lighting here was dog crap. I remember that. It was very dark.
Oh, look at that side chest. That's awful.
Well, back lat spread was pretty incredible.
Thin.
And front shot. Stop. Yo, this is the thing. All right, in this year alone, this package is a very good package. Pause, but this is a very good package. Pause
Sure.
again. It is. Like, so you sitting there, oh, I can't.
This could
And
be,
I'm shocked that you're not hyping this up with how much you like, you
I
know.
think this is A.
well, look,
Yeah,
this could be
yeah.
anywhere. This could be anywhere from 14th to 4th.
Shut the fuck up. You
You're
what
such
you're
an
doing.
idiot. You're such an idiot. Oh, I think this could be 4th to 14th.
Well, guess what? I was
Oh,
pretty
but-
much smack on it because he was 10.
Anyone could have been right. Literally, anyone could have been right with that prediction. That's not a
No,
prediction.
he could have missed it
But the
by
thing
a
is,
long
it's less
way, but he
about
didn't.
it's less about the numbers and more about the fact that this type of physique can place anywhere within that little, you know, that
Oh,
range.
please.
Yes,
Leandro
thank you,
this show
Marcus.
could have beat him.
5 or 6, you know, so if you're doing an average meet, yeah, 6, 7, 8, that might be your, you know.
Say that again.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Look, Leandro could have beat him in this show.
Well, he didn't, and he didn't.
Hey,
he
look,
wouldn't
look.
have.
I know you're not going to talk about politics, but I will. No, look. I would personally put it very top of B, but it sounds like you guys are going to want to put A.
Yep.
Well,
I got A. Is he ahead of Bill?
Marcus, did you want to add a thought to that? You just you said, well,
because I'm trying to think as far as,
clearly.
if he should be B or A, and then who he's going to be with in each category. So go back to the list right quick.
I think this is around Rafael Brandao. That's why I put him in B tier. Very top.
I think you can argue that it's above everyone in B tier right now.
Okay, well, that means either top of B or bottom of A. I mean, to me, it's more similar to these physiques than someone like Martin. And I'm looking ahead.
That is a good point. That's a good argument.
I'm looking ahead. I could see a couple of A's.
I think that package would beat Martin's prejudging.
I think you're retarded.
You don't think it would?
Are we talking about like Martin fully gasping for air like a fish out of water? Probably.
Yeah, we're talking that one. We're talking.
I think Sean Creed at that show could have done that.
Yeah. So,
Okay. I think I will put this in A because I think anyone that I'm thinking about putting in A, like I'm thinking maybe this guy, I think they're you just kind of have to bump them up to S because it's just like they stand alone. But then the S tier is going to get crowded, so we'll definitely have to do some re-ranking. I'll put them in A for now.
Yeah.
I think it's the moment we've all been waiting for now. If I'm not mistaken, let me make sure. It's time for the Pittsburgh Pro? FIBO first. FIBO.
This Andrew Jack. I'm not big on this one. I'm not.
I
big
am.
On this one.
I am.
I'm not.
I am.
He was smooth as fucking anything.
Oh, please.
Any photos you might see to the contrary are wrong.
Please. He brought his first condition package ever to the Olympia, and then people before that were still beating him off. Here's at the finals.
No, this is worse.
I'm not saying I'm not saying everyone glazed Andrew Jack before he got conditioned. I mean, this package is quite good.
I mean, when you've got like guys like James Hollingshead and stuff that were there and saying Sasan should have won.
James Hollingshead is an idiot that beat Sasan off.
No, but there was other guys that said
Have you ever seen James talk about Sasan? You would think that that's his wife. You got to admit, he loves Sasan. He loves Sasan.
Yep.
I think rightfully so, though, when you actually look at Sasan's physique, man. Like, I think time and time again, show up to show, Sasan's one of those people where it's like, when you look at it from like a bodybuilding lens, it's like, why isn't he winning? And then you want to nitpick to make it so that he's kind of putting his second or third, like not getting that top. Which, granted, against Andrew Jack, it makes sense. Like, there's just too many strong attributes that Andrew holds over someone like Sasan. But in the sense of just really looking at it for bodybuilding's sake, it makes sense to, like, pause but ride Sasan.
It does make sense to ride Sasan. Look, a lot of people at the show, and James was leading the charge on this, said Sasan should have won, condition kills, something like that, right? And then I'm sitting here as someone that says I love condition, guys like Samson shouldn't be winning the 2023 Arnold. Andrew's condition is not that good. All this stuff. And then he gets compared to Sasan, and everyone's like, oh, condition matters all of a sudden. No, absolutely. And this is your own criteria, not mine. I would love for condition to be rewarded more. I really would. But you can't go from rewarding Andrew Jack against all these other more conditioned guys and then for some reason change your tune when it comes to Sasan because now it's a top two. I never understood that.
I just think that this condition was just it did look better at finals. But when I'm looking at photos now and I'm like, yeah, Sasan sort of looks better. Like, I don't know.
So why
considerable amount of difference.
Why does condition win this time, but not all the other times Andrew won?
Well, because this is his worst condition. There's levels to it. Like, yeah, there can be average condition, then there can be
up until
really
this
not quite
point,
good condition.
He never brought 100%. Even at the Olympia, it's like 95%. Okay, so
this was lower.
This was
below his average.
So he usually brings what? 85, 90% condition. And then he brought an 80% condition one time. People were like, oh, now that's just too much. We can't have that. He never had glute striations to begin with. He never had a back
But it's
crisp
about
to begin with.
comparisons. It's about comparisons, though. And Sasan was literally like muscle pushing against the skin. Like the quads were like had cross striations. Like his hip map most muscular. And then just next to Andrew, it just looks so different.
I
think
hate
it just goes to show why it makes sense in the argument's sake, as far as if you're going to go, there's so many different attributes to why people are going to want a bodybuilding show, what people put where. The issue is, if you're one of those people who in this moment, especially with these two bodybuilders, you're going to kind of hone in on, oh, the conditioning look crazy. It really is. It's just skin is,
Sure.
muscles are popping. It makes sense to why you would have Sasan being a winner. And then if you're someone who you might lean towards the size and shape overall, silhouettes, you're going to be like, there's no way nobody's touching Samson. I'm not Samson, fuck Andrew. Same thing with Samson, though. It's the same argument that can be said.
I hate that I have to take Andrew's side on this, because outside of this vacuum here, I agree. Condition should have mattered more. I think Sasan, in a perfect world, should have been winning the show. But the criteria, this is my problem. I'm not necessarily arguing that Andrew should or shouldn't have won. I'm arguing that he should win because of the criteria, but now people want to change that and now automatically weight condition, when they'll still turn around and reward someone like Samson or Andrew when they come in soft against anybody else. Because Andrew has never beaten someone until recently, till the 2025 Olympia, has never beaten someone, has only beaten guys that have been sharper than him. He's always beaten the sharper guys off of, his sheer stature, his great shape.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm arguing. How can we go from that to then people saying now condition matters?
Because
all I
the
want.
Conditioning was close there. The conditioning here, it might be 5% difference, but here it was like 15. You know what I mean?
What about
Like, I
that
know
brutal
Sasan-
size difference? I didn't save any pictures because I didn't anticipate us talking about this.
I sent you a relapse, bro.
Yeah,
I sent you a relapse, bro.
Okay, I'll go ahead and leak our DMs.
Don't leak our DMs. You know how to save it without doing that. But yeah, like granted, the photo is terrible quality and doesn't even make Sasan look that hard, but it makes Andrew just look like, yeah, maybe I was seeing the pictures of the ones that I'm seeing now and I had a bit more of a warped view, but like Andrew there, I don't know if maybe it's just the photo more so, because Sasan doesn't even look super
Right,
hard there.
he was definitely
But-
a lot more conditioned than that. Look,
But when I see
again,
Andrew there, and he looks like that in all the photos from this photographer, whoever took the photos, and I'm like, oh, he looks so off there, but he looks terrible. But seeing that video, he did look a bit better, but even still, the side leg was still very...
again, I will say I'm not arguing that condition shouldn't matter. If there's anyone that is saying condition should matter, it's me. All I'm saying is that I hate when the criteria seems so flippant and people are so easy to switch up on it. That's all I'm saying. All in all, though, this is an A tier. This is an A tier physique. Wouldn't you say so, Marcus?
It's hard to say otherwise with Andrew. I don't think Andrew's going to give something that's below AT. I don't think he's even
Right.
with the worst conditioning that he's shown in probably a while. It's hard not to give him A tier. And that could be a bias because I'm a big fan of his overall shape, and he's a statue, man. He's the most, one of the most, aside from Samson, him and Samson to me are just most impressive physiques on stage overall.
Sure.
So
Sure.
they can come
Xavier?
off and they'll still beat most of these people.
Exactly. For better or for worse.
Would you have this version beating Bonac at Detroit? Just this version
Look,
specifically.
This is what I hate. Personally, and I'm gonna get shit for this. Personally, probably not, because of condition and overall muscularity. But I can tell you right now, it would beat Bonac.
Okay.
Judges awarded him at the Arnold Classic over Bonac, and I get that Andrew was a little tighter there, but I mean, he was still not. He was still bringing middling conditioning, and that's when we still all wanted him to bring better condition. And he beat Bonac at that show, and he ended up beating Sass at this show. I mean, overall, I think you have to put Andrew S tier.
Yeah.
Even though I'd probably put a lot of guys
S now.
Oh,
You
did I
mean
say
A.
S tier? I mean A tier. You're right. You're
Sorry, I
right.
got triggered there. I had to throw something.
You said S now, S tier.
No, I didn't say it like that.
S tier now. S tier. No, not S tier. Okay, where's he at? Okay, we'll put him in A tier. Now it's time for the main event, and you'll notice there are 2 guys on here from the Pittsburgh Pro, because
Ooh,
I
controversial.
will be damned. You know, I didn't do this for every show, only did it for this show, but I will be damned if I don't put Nick Walker's Pittsburgh Pro physique on this on this tier list, because Nick Walker, until someone proves me otherwise, this physique is the best physique that we saw out of 2025.
I think Andrew Jack was, to be honest.
What you say, maybe?
Andrew. Oh, Samson.
I was just hating on him.
Okay,
more than
Xavier.
anyone.
Xavier, if you were 3 inches in Andrew and Samson was 3 inches into you, would you go backwards or forwards first?
You always ask that question. You are so gay that you think about it.
And I should. You guys should hear some of the things. You guys should hear some of the things Xavier says on phone calls with me.
It's you saying the horrible things that
Xavier, name one bad thing I've said.
Jail. You're going to jail.
Like, okay, what's one thing you can share that I've said?
I can't share them. I
can share at least
I won't share
one.
them. I won't. No, because the ones that come to mind are horrible. Because the most horrible things you say just are burned into my brain.
You gotta tell me. You gotta tell me after the show.
Okay.
Okay. So, look, there are the 2 best physiques I'm thinking of right now from the whole year, are Derek from the, and I hate to say it, Derek from the 2025 Arnold Classic, and Nick Walker from the 2025 Pittsburgh Pro. And I'm going to do this comparison. I didn't do it before the Olympia, didn't have time. At least I don't think I did. And I'm telling you right now, I don't. And again, I know you guys are going to say I'm more of a bodybuilding purist. Size and condition matter more than anything else to me. But on that criteria, I think this is the best physique we saw this year. Marcus saw it in person.
Nick doesn't think so.
Yeah, well, Nick is not that smart, 1. And then 2, he's just trying to get back at his coach. Ex-coach. Very childish, if you ask me.
Serious beef.
Not really. It's not serious at all. They just act like high school women. High school girls.
Yeah,
I guess I should say. Now I'm going to get clipped. It's going to be like that one clip with Matt Gaetz where he said 17-year-old woman. But anyway, this this physique, I said you guys can prove me wrong, but tell me what beats it.
I think I'm not going to argue this. I think this is a S tier physique. You know.
Do you think it's the best of the best from this year?
Well, I would
It's
argue
S tier.
Samson up there. And what I mean by that is styles make fights, man. So I feel like if you put Samson on that Pittsburgh Pro stage, that package that he brought to Tsunami Pro, it could be, who knows. But yeah, I mean, if I'm putting the Derek's Arnold Classic up there, I think those 2 would be very similar in the sense of where they could place. I couldn't tell you the winner of those 2. I could tell you who I'd prefer physique wise as far as the overall look. A cool, crazy carnival-esque situation going on is Nick, and I prefer that in bodybuilding sometimes. So I think those 2 would be very just tit for tat when it comes to Derek Arnold Classic versus Pittsburgh Pro Nick. But I would never say this is anything below a S tier.
I think we did this, Marcus, or maybe it was Xavier. One of us here did this. Samson versus Nick, 2024 Olympia Samson versus 2025 Pittsburgh Pro Nick, and we had Samson barely winning. But I think that small difference between the 2 shows at the Tsunami and the Olympia, I think Nick would beat that version. I think that shows you how close they are, because a few percent of difference makes all the difference. Do you think that he would beat him in your eyes, or do you think he would beat him in the judges' eyes? That's the question. Because I have a feeling that if that Derek is beating this Nick, then I have a feeling that Samson would beat this Nick by the judges. I think it'd be very, very close in my eyes.
That is a good
I'd
point.
Probably have that version of Samson.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm partial to Samson, obviously, and like
the condition difference would be pretty brutal.
But I'm just talking about flow and roundness, and I feel like Samson would show him up in that way. But I suppose Nick shows him up in some other ways too. I just think that his condition here was still pretty decent for such a big guy.
Okay.
Such
I mean,
a round guy. Such a
yeah, I
tremendous
mean, this
guy.
is a great guest posing, but I mean, this is bodybuilding, and I don't think this was some of the best condition we've seen all year. The most complete physique probably we saw all year. But I mean, honestly, if we're taking the 2025 calendar year, him and Martin, Pittsburgh Nick, and then Martin at 2025 Prague had the best physiques of the entire 2025 calendar year. With Derek being a
Derek's
third.
Arnold Classic 2025 is up
But
there.
yeah, he could be third.
Yeah. I would have Derek above Nick from the Arnold Classic.
And I think those are very close. I do. I think those two. I think Pittsburgh Pro Nick and Derek at Arnold Classic are very close.
Does condition mean
I would
anything to you
probably-
guys?
Come on, we know you can't shut that argument up because I'm literally saying that they're right next to each other. Like they're right next to each other. Granted, I could fuck around and I might just off the fact of how close they were in Pittsburgh have to place Derek over Nick, but I wouldn't say that because I do think that in my eyes, not the judges' eyes, Nick was the quote clear winner at Pittsburgh. However, I do think if we're going with what the judges would say, yeah, the judges are going to give it to Derek both times.
Okay.
And Derek was definitely better at the Arnold. Everyone said that. Everyone was there said it.
It was the only win he ever
Derek
deserved.
was the only win he ever deserved.
It was the only placing he ever deserved.
I
Tell
don't
you
know.
the truth,
I
of it.
still, even though Derek has his flaws,
In
like,
open.
I was fine for him to the Olympia between him and Hardy, that first one he got. I was happy for Derek to win it because like he had just more pop and just like and more pop on in terms of like the waist was very small then, so it gave this like crazy when he opened up into the front double and the front relaxed. It was crazy. Most people there agreed with Derek.
What year? What year?
Most people there suck IFBB
Derek's
cocks, so I
first
don't
Olympia,
care.
whatever that was.
First Olympia,
It wasn't.
23?
It wasn't impressive. I as an open.
2022, Nick should have beat him that year. Hold on, Mark's Maximus.
22 Olympia.
Mark's Maximus
Derek.
has
That was
a video
Derek's
on this.
first Olympia. He got second the year prior.
He should have
And
been.
people were sort of wowed by him then.
He should have been probably third.
I take a miss.
Like the problem I have with Nick, like looking at this video, like I really don't love his physique in this video, but I know when I've seen other photos and videos from this show, he just looks crazy freaky and just really big. But just in a straight on, I think it disadvantages Nick because you see the flaws, like on the ab and thigh pose. The ab and thigh pose is not, to me, it doesn't look good on this video at all. That looks the most muscular is great, and then some other shots are great, but. Yeah, like I think
You need to say
if you
right
see-
now, Nick deserved to beat this package, or prepare
Nick
to lose
deserved
all.
to beat this package.
Yes,
Oh, of Derek, you mean?
yeah. Derek should have been third at this show.
Oh,
His
no,
first
this is coming
Olympia.
through blurry as hell, man. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Right, like Derek's physique.
I don't know. Nick wasn't like inside out sliced here. He was very, very big and round.
It's
but
the
if he
lighting.
had like yeah,
Derek looks softer
That's why I
than
think
even in
Derek-
the lower body.
But no, he doesn't. Not even the lower body there. He looks crisper than Nick. Nick looks like he has a film of water to
Holy
me.
shit, bro!
So you said in the lower body. You
No,
think
I'm
Nick's
saying I didn't even
harder.
mean that. I meant that Derek doesn't have his usual hardness that he does in the lower body, and that and I'm
sorry. I
saying
thought
that
you
to
said
defend
Nick's
Nick.
harder in the lower body.
No, but I
apologize.
mean, look, he beats him in the rear double here. Nick was,
Was it
Derek
23
was. This was
22?
2022. Derek was just way too small at this point in time.
Oh, this is when he's second, right?
Yes, and I'm saying Nick should have been third.
I wasn't talking about Derek this year. I was talking about 23 when he won.
Okay. Well, would you agree?
But nah, to be honest, I just I prefer shape. Like I know there's certain aspects of physique that he beats Derek on for sure, but I don't know, like,
Everything
Derek
else.
was Derek was look at how small Derek's waist is there.
Look at how small his
That's-
entire body is.
It doesn't look that small to me.
What?
His legs are rounder than. I would love for you to go to a pro show, Dylan. Look how sick that. Like, yes, his arms are soft there. Like, I agree, but like everyone said, that was there. Like people that would be more on the opposite side of Derek, just in terms of even personality and what they think of him. They were saying like, man, like when Derek pulled into that shot, like it blew people away because the waist was so small then. Like the waist has definitely grown, unfortunately.
So Nick, even though he's bigger, more complete, just as conditioned, because you want to say that, I would say technically more conditioned when you go every area average together, because
Yeah,
Derek had the
I'm fine
soft
with
arms
that.
and chest. You're saying because Derek has a small waist, it ignores all of that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the overall muscle belly shapes. Like, who wins that pose?
Nick,
You think Nick wins that?
give me
Look
one
at the side leg,
argument.
look at the glute. Look at the arm.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Do you actually think Nick wins that? I don't think one person online had Nick winning the side tricep from this. You're on your own.
Marcus, get it. What do you think? Oh, hold on, let me
I
go
don't
back
know.
and pause it.
So this is the thing, right? For me
Oh, great, here we
personally,
go.
say it again.
No, go ahead.
For me, I think that if you're just somebody who's not even a fan, like you're just a spectator, not a bodybuilding fan, I think most people are gonna assume Nick is clearly the winner in a sense of who's the freakier, big, if it's bodybuilding, who has the most muscles. Most people are gonna say Nick because he clearly looks like the most muscular guy. You look at the show, you look at the tricep. It's just there's just way more going on. I think the issue is a lot of bodybuilding quote purists will sit here and look at this and start to pick things apart and start to lean towards Derek, which makes sense because most of us are big fans of bodybuilding. However, to me, looking at pose for pose each picture, I mean, I think Nick wins this. Like, I'm not going to say anything extra as far as easy or anything like that, but I would definitely lean towards Nick. I think it's a more impressive look. Now, granted, I know that early on when I first saw Derek coming into the men's open, division, super pause.
Coming into the men's open, huh?
When I saw him is what makes it worse. But there were certain shots when he turns around, the back double. Whoa, you know what I mean? Pause again. But the whole point is there's a wow factor to both of these gentlemen. However, to me, there's more wow going on with Nick overall. Pose for pose. I get why somebody might look at this pose in particular and be like, there's no way I can give it to Nick. But
I don't know what those people are thinking. And there's one of them in the chat right now.
The thing, because you're so like, put it this way, I think Nick wins this pose. I think it is a more impressive pose for Nick. But I'm not going to be blind to be like, oh, I know that the same reason why I love Paul's Ian Valier in this pose right here is why most people would be like, yeah, I could see Derek winning this. Because I think it matches what we want from bodybuilding. Our vision of what bodybuilding is supposed to be, right? Like, oh, when we compare it to what we've seen in the past, if we've been following the sport for a while. So that's why I'm saying I can see both sides. Me personally, I think Nick wins. I think Nick is a more impressive physique at this showing.
I just want to test something here. Who would you give this pose to, Xavier?
I think this pose,
and I think Mark included too.
I don't wait. Can I make one little point here in this pose as well? Is there another shot because Derek's hamstring is not flexed there?
Okay, this is from finals.
Okay.
Well, sometimes it's not. If you take a look at 2024, the Olympia.
Go back to the other one. Derek's got that red background. It's like he's blending in. Makes it black.
I think finals is a little bit better overall for him, though. It looks
I know, I agree.
tighter.
But I don't think that light's helping him at all.
It looks better for both, I think. But anyway.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think Nick definitely looked better at fine. He looked maybe it's just the lighting. I don't know. But for me, what I'm looking at when I look at this, like the hamstring, like he might not have the defined detail in there. I know, like when he's flexing it, there's a little bit on and off, but just the way that skin lays over the muscle, like over the hamstrings, over the glutes, the back, like the very small waist that comes out. And I will say Nick has a very small waist here. I think it's extremely close, this pose. I think that Derek with the aesthetics, and just to me, if Nick had his normal conditioning and dryness in this pose, I'd say easy win to Nick. Because
would you give it to him now?
Dylan, you're so fucking condescending, man. You set things up and you laugh as people talk.
Would you give him the post now? Would you give him the
wanna
post
fucking
now?
Strangle him sometimes.
Who in this one? Yeah,
Would
I know
you
he's
give-
frustrating. In this photo, I would give it to Nick
Thank God.
marginally, very
Thank
marginally.
God.
But I still don't like the. He looks like he's holding a little fluid in the legs or something compared to Derek. Like Derek just looks sucked out, which I like that sort of look on the
L'Oreal.
fucking cheapskate. You didn't.
I'm
even
not buying
get...
YouTube Premium. I'm not buying YouTube.
What about
Premium.
John? What about John's super chats? I bought it. He was hoping for that.
I
that
donated them all to
ad-free viewing of
Israel.
Project Bodybuilding.
I mean, I think you can argue that Nick has the best back double in the whole IFBB Open, man. I really
Oh, he
believe
does
that.
now.
Yeah, and even though people are gonna crap on this thought, but a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't put any more size, and they have a right to say that. There's an argument there, but the added size and the hamstring from the back double is what really, to me, sets him apart from a lot of the other competitors when it comes to that post specifically. And on Nick, by the way, finals Nick, not prejudging Nick, things of that nature.
Yeah, Nick's back
Pittsburgh
shots
Pro
have
to
become
me
like a
was the
massive
best
strength.
back double. What you say, Xavier?
His back shots have become like a massive strength now. I think that's where his physique sort of like leveled up from past versions.
Yeah,
I think that it's always been good shots for him, but I think it's like another level now from the back. While from the front, like I think Nick's earlier versions were better just because of the aesthetics of the physique. Like when you look back at the New York Pro and the Arnold Classic versions, those first years he won it, they were like, he had more of an aesthetic look to his physique there, where, you know, I feel like now from the front, it's just like, especially at the Olympia, I think that sort of highlighted it where his midsection was a little thicker. It just didn't look as good, but his back shots were still, even at the Olympia, they were still really good. Like really, really good.
yeah. With
Anyway.
it being an off Nick night one, I mean, the thing is, looking at it, I understand why people will go back to 2021, rather it's the New York Pro, the Arnold Classic around that time, why they kind of prefer that front, version of Nick as far as just the overall aesthetic that he carried. There's just this clarity to his abs, but I don't know. It's hard for me to say because I do think you got to take the good with the bad in the advances that Nick has made. It's tough to like put the older version of him over this new version. Personally, I would. You would put the older version over this Nick?
My favorite is 2021 Arnold Classic.
No,
I really
I'm
like
surprised you would,
2023.
Dylan.
See, I wouldn't do that.
I actually
because
like
I think
the
a lot of
smallest
the
version of Nick.
attributes help him tremendously.
Mm.
I think that's
Yeah.
what kind of puts
Do
him
you
up in that big league area.
Yeah, I prefer the smaller version of Nick too, but then you see where it sort of landed him at that Olympia. I think that this version at Pittsburgh would do better on stage.
Yeah.
We can move on
Just 'cause
because
of
we have a
probably-
second guy to talk about with Derek. So we'll move this in S tier, but we'll still kind of continue the conversation about Nick overall because we're talking about Derek at Pittsburgh, and I'm sure I have footage of that top 2 saved. But
I love
first,
how we argued and we all agreed on S. We argued for no reason.
first we got to talk about Derek.
I lost track of what the
absolutely-
hell the argument was.
Yeah,
Oh.
me too.
I left
Dylan,
halfway
you're
through out of
condescending.
six, so.
Also, Xavier has the worst opinion of all time. It's hard.
Oh, fuck off.
It's hard not.
Nah,
It's
Dylan
hard
likes to
not
play
be
this game,
condescending.
man. Dylan likes
Um,
to paint narratives.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
look
laugh
at you.
now.
Hey, let's pull up the clip of Marcus. Let's pull up the clip of Marcus being a clown, quite literally.
Yo, you act like I love that you think that's a bad thing. I love that. You really
No, dude,
think
it
that's a
was
bad thing.
genuinely like if you came down the street like that and laughing like that, I would be shit scared.
Fucking scared the shit out of my cat, damn it. Fucking pet my cat for the last hour.
Okay.
God,
Anyway,
Dylan, you're such a hater. Go ahead,
I
Dylan. You're
gotta
gonna hate on
say-
this one too. Take
No,
it away, Dylan.
I'll
Take it
defend-
away.
you know I will. You know, I'll defend the Arnold Classic package of Derek all day. I think it is, unfortunately, one of the better physiques of all time, and I'll say that. But Pittsburgh Pro, honestly, the entire trajectory of Derek went down this year. I mean, yeah, he was bigger at the Olympia, but I still prefer Pittsburgh because he was sharper. But this was just, he really downsized from the Arnold, and I think the condition suffered slightly as well. I think the condition was a little dialed back, but the size was definitely dialed back.
Do you think he was I don't see the size so much, but it might be the size because sometimes when you come in just a little flat, like, you know what I mean, he might have been a little bit burnt out, you know, doing the Arnold. This is an awkward period of time after the Arnold to peak again. Maybe it just, the muscle was like a little flatter or lost a little bit, and then it doesn't have that pushing against the skin sort of effect. So, because he didn't seem, maybe he was a little downsized, and then he was just a little less hard as well. So, in both respects, he's probably a little bit worse.
I don't think Mark has a video of Derek from Pittsburgh to the Arnold.
I can pretend to be Mark.
But I can tell you right now, he was significantly smaller.
Yeah, no, you're actually looking at this more. I agree with you.
Even the Olympia version was bigger than both. But I mean, it just blows this in terms of size completely out of the water. And I mean,
yeah, you're right. Actually, the legs are definitely down.
For sure. I mean, overall, Nick cleared this show. I know the two IFBB stooges on this show won't agree, but maybe Marcus will. But
you make me want to go against you.
You really Marcus, as a trusted friend once said, it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. Very feminine way of thinking. And that guy was wrong, by the way.
Right. And that's why you're quoting that guy. Good guy, by the way. Really good guy.
That guy's full of shit.
Guys who come across who tells it like it is. And this is the thing. In this moment at Pittsburgh Pro, truly, yeah, fuck Derek Lunsford at that time for me mentally, because I don't like what he did. But shout out to Derek Lunsford, because an off-package version of him beat fucking what I think is one of the arguably best physiques of this year.
Do you believe that, though?
No, but I do think it was close. I was there. It was very close. It was close. And this is the thing, I think Xavier said it earlier. You have to be at like when you're at the show, it is different. And I hate that, like, dude, like, and this people are gonna be in the comments and like, oh, like I've seen people on the Muscle Maturity podcast acting like we're in the pockets or something. Like, I don't know these motherfuckers like that, like Derek and them, like my run-ins with IFBB haven't even been good yet. Like, they've actually been
they're done after this show, so you might as well just give up.
But the whole point that I'm trying to make is, we're gonna all sit here and we could agree that, oh well, yeah, this is a terror. This is not a good Derek. But guess what? This Derek was fucking hand in hand with your best physique of the year, aka Nick Walker at the Pittsburgh Pro.
Except it wasn't, though.
But it was in person. That's why I was there in person. It was fucking close. It was close.
Yeah,
it was close. I'm telling you, like, this is the thing. I sadly want to agree with you, and I do think, yeah, Nick should have won that show. He was the winner of that show. Like, he won. Pictures in person, he won. But I will say, in person, it was a lot closer than what the pictures or a stream would have detailed. Like, it was closer. Not saying he would have won, but it was fucking close.
Look.
And granted, he came up after the show and did some weirdo shit about, oh, I saw you talking stuff. Jokey.
Because he's a fake ass person.
In that moment, I sadly agree. In that moment, looking back in hindsight, I'm big enough to be like, oh, I think whenever I was like, he put out a video where he lost his grandmother, I think, within that
womp
time
womp.
span. Nah, fuck out of here. See, that's why womp womp. Oh man, Dylan, I can't wait for you to grow up, man, in a good way.
Oh,
I'm not saying you need to grow up now. I'm just saying in a good
I'm the
way.
most mature. I am literally the definition of muscle maturity. Anyways, let's give Xavier the litmus test.
Yeah,
Xavier,
with your fucking eye. Go take an eye test, muscle maturity. You got fucking a 70-year-old's eyesight, eyes.
Who deserved to win the Pittsburgh Pro?
Well, I think Nick did, but do I think it was, you know, when I was watching it, I was like, look, I think Nick might be winning it. I mean, I was like, okay, I think Nick's winning this, and that's my overall perception of it. But like Marcus said, like, looking at this video is a lot different from looking at that other video of Derek as well. Like, this video looks worse. A lot. No, it doesn't. It looks a lot better.
I think it looks worse than the other one.
Look, I think Nick hit his front lat spread a lot better there too. But like side chest, I have Derek. Like,
I did. Yeah, that's one shot I gave him in my analysis.
And the back double, pretty impressive. Even though I have Nick, still pretty damn impressive.
Right, no one would argue that.
Huge. They're not huge wins to Nick on these poses. So like when and look at that rear lat spread. Like I think I had Derek on a rear lat spread live as well. I think I had the
like
poses
4 feet tall.
5-3 to Nick or something. But I still like that side tricep more. I was one of those. Actually, I think I had it 4-4 in the pose.
Of Derek for the side tricep?
I did, just for side leg, man. Like when you look at that side leg on those side poses, it just, to me, it just looks better. And it's just, I don't know, I'm very into the flow of the side tricep, not just like the overall size. Like I like the guys that can pull the waist up and then like turn their shoulders and just where it looks sort of aesthetic.
So where do you think Ian Valier ranks in terms of because he was, you know, he had the greatest, some of the greatest midsection improvement from front to the side. It was great. So because he can pull his waist up, does Ian Valier have one of the best side triceps ever? Like,
well, I'm not saying he has one of the best ever, but I think it's actually the side triceps actually a decent shot for Ian. Like, and Ian even said it, and then Arnold says it looks shit. Ian likes it, and then most people tend to like Ian's side tricep. Although Ian doesn't have a tricep that sticks out, it's the rest of the pose looks fantastic on Ian. You know, so
missized by the way, Superset man.
That's where I see like the side leg there. Like Derek has more cuts. Like the hamstring looks more like droppy. The glutes more sort of like cut out. Like Nick, the midsection's not pulled in. The it just doesn't flow that nice. I don't think. Like,
I think that
am I tripping or what?
No, I think that at this show, I think Derek picked up some speed when it came to the side shots. Like 100%, I think that's where he kind of took some ground where I said, okay, shoot, I don't know, going back and forth. But then the big thing for me that won it was where Derek is a knockout punch when it comes to his back double and such, back lat spread as well, to where Nick Walker beat him in the back double. Nick Walker was there with him in the back lat spread.
No one expected it too. Like I was shocked when I was watching the back shots. I was like, what the fuck? Like I was expecting. Going into it, I'm like, Derek wipes the back shots, and then I saw the back double, and I was like, I had to keep looking at it and be like, what the fuck? Like, how is Nick all of a sudden got the best back double in the world, you know?
So, I want to say, Nick, his photo here had to be taken from the call out where they were together because he didn't hit it in his individual routine that Superset Man was using. So I have that photo here.
Show it.
Yeah, I have Derek there.
Closer. I will say it's closer. It's close. This is it. But in person, I remember the side shots being very close. Very close.
You know, Marcus, I'm going to use this, and this is not a personal attack, although the rest of them have been. I hate the argument of you had to be there.
So do I. I get it. I 100% agree with you. I hate that shit too. It's such a cop out. I feel like it's the way to be like, oh, da da da. Like, exactly. I understand that. I get it. It's a fucking cop-out. We're looking at images. I sent images to my brother. I sent images to everybody in that moment, and it's like, holy shit, how is it close? Nick is wiping his fucking... Like, he's beating his ass. He's whipping his ass. Clear as day in photos. The issue is, I was there. I think Nick won, but I do think it was much closer in person. So I do understand why people say that dog shit. But I think anybody in the end, they're gonna have their biases take over. It's hard not to have your biases take over. I think it's the reason, Dylan, you feel the way that you feel. I think it's why you see my bias with Akeem. You see
I may be biased
with Samson sometimes. It makes
this
sense.
Is not a biased decision.
It's
Pittsburgh was clearly Nick Walker's show. I don't see a universe where Derek wins.
Well, I mean, the one you're living in.
Well, okay. Let me add a caveat.
Rick and Morty over here.
Let me add a caveat. One where he's not sucking off the IFBB like my two guests today.
No, see, this is what you say that, and that's in your fucking little fucks who can go follow me, who are gonna comment.
Where the wind blows, Xavier.
Where the wind blows, Xavier.
Man, I hate it because
Samson, you'll DM me if I say Derek deserved to win.
No, but you act like I give a flying fuck about that. Like, I don't care about that. I was there. This was a close showing. I still think Nick won. Like,
yeah, I agree Nick won too. We're all agreeing.
No,
yeah, like that's the issue. Like, what the
fuck? let me sum up my points. I think the one point I was going to make about you had to be there, because you can just take that. You can just take that to another level. Well, you had to be there. Oh, well, standing at the back of the auditorium is not enough. You had to be in this row. No, you had to be in the front row. No, you had to be at the judges' table. No, you're not a judge. This is the thing. Ultimately, it's going up the chain of command. It's just an appeal to authority. And that's a logical fallacy. You can't just say, oh, you had to be there. I mean,
I think
Gilco-
being there and close enough to see the bodies moving without looking at a screen is where you need to be. So
I'm
I think,
gonna say something so real. These photos, these videos at Gilco are worth more than being there in person because you can stop and start them. They're head on. They're edited the same way. They are edited. That's one downfall. But I'm not. Let's not act like the judge's table in its position doesn't have downfalls either. Why
That's
why in the year 2025 they look up at the at the stage and
No,
then
they should
take
still
notes?
they should still look up. They should still look up, but they should be able to utilize replay. I agree with that. There should be some type of replay where you can go back and make,
Yes.
okay, hold on, let me really dissect this shit the way everybody else is about to do this.
A
I
good
agree with
video,
that, but you
beats
need to be looking at them in
judge's table.
person too. Say
I
it
would
again.
rather a good video like these ones from Pittsburgh from Gilco beats. I would if I had to judge or show off one, I would pick the Gilco footage before I chose to sit at the judge's table.
I think you're that. I'm sorry, Dylan.
no. No.
I know
It-
because
it
you guys
is
will never
different.
attack
I get
all
what
these
you're
IFBB judges.
Dude,
You get more
saying
depth
that as such a
perception in
fucking
person.
cop out.
Oh, you mean like you had to be there in person?
No, I just said it was a cop out. Yes, you're saying that as a fucking cop out. Then that is 100% a cop out. Me saying that as a cop out in the sense of, hey, I can see and argue with you about it, even though we agree that this is very close. This is very close. Nick should have won. Nick should have won. In person, it was fucking close. It's that.
You're telling
I
me
would
you
like
would
VR
choose.
bodybuilding. I want VR bodybuilding. I want to
Okay,
be able
well,
to
we
sit
don't
there
have
and have my
that.
headset on.
But let's
Yeah,
say
no, we don't.
you get.
I want depth perception, you know. I want fucking 3D. I want shit coming at me.
I'd rather
Pause.
watch
Nothing else.
the high quality Gilco footage of these two side by side to make a decision than be actually there with a stupid angle from the judges' table where you came and see these guys and rewind, pause. You can't do that. Videos, I guess, I know you guys will not agree with me on that because I'm attacking how the IFBB judges, but I will say good high quality videos like this are just as good as being there in person. When they are actually good and high quality, in fact, in some ways, it is better. You can pause, you can rewind, you can replay on an infinite loop. Just for that fact
you can analyze
alone,
it more.
many videos are better.
I wouldn't say many videos are better. Like
You're
go to
right.
a
You're
show-
right because
it-
bodybuilding
it
photography
instantly-
sucks. You're right.
Yeah. But like if you're there in person and don't get me wrong, like yeah, there is almost like a time crunch where you're like, holy shit, this is close as fuck. Like you're like struggling with it, and sometimes you struggle and you almost wish you could see a video, but you see sometimes a different quality to the muscle, and sometimes you see some guys that are slightly off where you can just see it just fucks them, but then in photos they'll convey all right. So that's the sort of thing you don't, and you can sort of see it even in videos. You get a bit of a shine on the muscle, that see that like how Derek has that shine on the muscle. That could be making him look better or worse. It could be making him look like he's got more sort of depth to the lines that you might be able to see in person, that you just can't see in a 2D
Especially with footage.
screen.
Lighting and all that's going to make a hell of a difference when it comes to what's being seen in the lens.
Sure.
Yeah, and Gilco could change
Shine,
his
background, the
his-
amount of glaze, pause, all that.
Right. There are pros and cons to each. You get the real lighting.
So I think you're making this. You're making your point. I think just for the sake of wanting to start an argument, because you need to be there in person. Like it does make a hell of a difference. It makes a difference. Like you're seeing the bodies in real time. But I agree with you along the lines of would it help for them to take a 15-minute fucking intermission and really go hit the replay and really dial it in as far as, all right, well, hey, Nick's polish is much. Look at this. He kept all that type of shit. Cool. Yes, I agree. That should go into the judging criteria. But to sit here and act like everybody is against fucking Dylan and the rest of the commenters out there and going to be on the IFBB's dick or the judge's dick, fuck all that. Truly, fuck all that.
I know how this video will play. We'll go over like a lead balloon. Anyway, I do have to say, the reason we kind of discussed that so much is because I'm ready to put Derek in B tier for his Pittsburgh Pro package.
No. Minimum A. Minimum.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
an A tier, man.
Let's put him at the top of. Honestly, let's just put him in S tier.
See, this is the narrative. You're such a fuck, dude. I hate you. You're so
He's in a triggering mood. I can tell. He's got that spice about him. Like
I feel like Dylan needs to be a punching bag. Like if Dylan could be like a life-size fucking punching bag, and you could just throw him anywhere and be a pinata for everyone. 'Cause damn it, if he's not good at it. Let's just put him in S tier, as Xavier just said.
Well,
he can't
guys,
do
he's the
nothing
best
below
physique
A.
ever.
Now, guys, let me double down some more.
I mean, Xavier, did you say A or was it Marcus that said A?
Xavier said A. I didn't get
You guys both said A.
Would you really put him in B?
Top of B.
You're.
So you're talking below that Andrew package. You think that Andrew package would beat Derek?
I think. Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
No.
I think you're a bullshitter.
When does
I think you're
condition
bullshitting
matter?
a little bit.
Are you just doing this for likes, Dylan?
I think
Are you
so.
trying to
I think
trigger
so. I
people
think
in the comments for
yeah.
likes?
I
Okay,
think we're
which
Dylan
opinion?
changed
No,
right before us. I think
all my
he's never gonna
opinions.
put one of those thumbnails that are really like try to get some clickbait. But damn, if he's not a walking clickbaiter right now.
Right. No, because I'm not like against clickbait, but I'm not exactly muscle discord.
Yeah. Everything you say.
What?
No.
What?
Oh man.
What do you have? I can't say anything. I can't say anything. Can
That's
I?
the beauty of it. You can, and you'll get away with it. So it's good.
I'll allow that comment from Dylan.
Yeah, you
I'll
would.
allow it.
Yeah, you would. Anyway, I guess we'll put him in A tier. Whatever. We'll put him like. We'll
put him in
re-rank
the
it
front of
anyway.
A tier. Just for you guys.
we'll put him like right here. Okay. Honestly, I just went to bat for Nick. I'm gonna say something so crazy. His New York Pro package a week later was shit.
It was nowhere near as good.
It wasn't as good as
It
Pittsburgh.
flew under the radar, and it's only because of one thing: the waist. Like I'm all for defending Nick Walker, but his waist at the Pittsburgh Pro was a lot better than it was at the New York Pro.
It was much less controlled in New York. You could see it. Like it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't. Pittsburgh, he was on point.
Okay.
Can you imagine if Nick lost that one?
To Bonac?
I mean, he would have only lost to Bonac, which and granted, Bonac looked good next to him, but there's no way he could have won it.
Yeah, you can just see like the waist. Honestly, this may be worse than 2024 New York Pro. Everyone hated on that package, right? Because they're like, oh, it's not that. Even I did. But going back, I think the New York Pro versions from the last 2 years have been his worst versions.
I think this is better than that one. The one against Martin.
Yeah.
I think this is better.
Why? Just overall
muscularity. 100%.
That's fair.
And we still have there's certain shots here that are just because you can't even go against that back though.
Well, I like aesthetics.
The hamstrings. Go ahead.
So I like aesthetics. So I'm thinking just because Nick was just that little bit more streamlined than in 2024, I'll take more size gains off of that than that. Because I'm a big fan of aesthetics.
He's trying to trigger me, Marcus. He's trying to trigger me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I can tell.
Anyway, I'm ready. I think this still kind of has to be like A tier. Okay, if we put little low def Derek down here, we can put New York Pro Nick up in A tier.
I agree. Easy, yeah. I agree with that easily, dude. I could sit here and fuck around and argue that those are both S tier, but they're A because there's a better version of them that exists this year. So yeah, they would have to be A tier since they both have a version that's better. That's S tier.
Okay.
Since we're in our little vacuum, as Dylan likes to say.
What is the show after this? Oh yeah, it's like Cali Pro. Shit. I hate having to talk about Regan. I don't think there's a guy I dislike talking about more.
Why?
Hey Dylan, just a heads up, I have to check out in 5 minutes. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. I wish you'd check out of this earth for your terrible opinions. Anyway, let's go. This is like a C tier to me.
That was almost as bad as like taking a call from Tyler,
No, that one was look, that wasn't. At least I got some Snickers out of you guys, and I think you guys would have laughed if it wasn't. Marcus, you know what we're talking about, right? I sent you the clip.
What clip?
Where Muscle Discord gets a call from Bob. I mean Tyler.
He got a call from him?
Okay, we haven't shown Marcus. I'll show Marcus after we're
Oh
done.
wait,
No.
yeah, I ain't talking about.
Yeah, you already forgot about it.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
blame you.
yeah.
But anyway,
me
does
check
anyone
mine.
object to C tier? Because Regan is just so boring to me.
Because he's boring, you put him in C. I like those corded hamstrings. I need to see him from the front here. This was a show that
I'll
I actually
restart the
didn't.
video.
I don't think I covered it. I
Because
didn't absorb this one into me.
the live stream was like, it was announced like a day before or something like that. It was free though. They had a free live stream. But I mean, from the front, he's just. You would think there'd be a lot more wow there because of his proportions and whatnot, but I just don't. It just doesn't come together in a way I like. I don't really know how to describe it.
Video's a little overexposed, so sort of hard to tell in a way. It's C or B, definitely not D.
Marcus, you're the tiebreaker.
My issue. Oh man. How much better is this than Brett's showing?
A little bit better. I'd put it above Brett, but I don't know a whole
Brett
tier better.
Legion last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think man. I think
he
it doesn't
and Brett
belong
close.
next to Bonac.
Bonac whooped his ass.
Bonac's in B, and I don't think it belongs there personally.
You think
So-
Bonac's an A or C?
No, Regan.
Oh, okay.
Where Regan, like I'm trying to do who is he more comparable to, Brett or Bonac, and I think that personally he might be more comparable to Brett here at this showing.
C tier it is. That
I
settles
wanted
it
to
for
go
me.
B. I really did, but it's just I don't think it's on par with that B lineup right now.
No, I don't think so either.
I think you have to separate them, even though they're close. Like some of these guys, like you have to separate them because they're all pro show winners. So it's
Yeah.
like they're all relatively close. Like if you put Akeem next to Brett, yeah, Brett was a little smaller there though.
And no, I didn't realize how small he was until he got on the Olympia stage. Didn't place, by the way.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Got him. Got him.
I had to blow my nose. I didn't want to do it on.
It looks like you were eating your cat.
My cat left. Ever since I did that dumbass laugh, my cat dipped out on me.
Anyway,
Meal
this is
five.
also Sasan from Cali. I didn't mind using. He didn't win. He won the Toronto Pro and the Impro 2 and 3 weeks later or whatever. But he's so consistent, I figure it didn't matter. He's going in C or D tier anyway. Love his condition. I'm a big fan of even his lines. I kind of like the Y
C.
taper.
I
If
like
there's
Steve, this one.
You're right, because I think there's a clear and distinct D tier that is coming up eventually. Marcus, do you disagree?
I thought you loved that D tier one.
I
know you did that
I
too.
will say I do agree. I think that this could deserve B tier.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, if Bonac's top of the B, yeah, it's making me think now.
That's kind of what I think that this Sasan is kind of a, I don't know, step above C. I'm not gonna say he's the best in B. He might be towards the end of B, but I think good enough to be a B tier personally.
Sorry, I'm retarded. We're looking at our boy next. Shin Long Shin. Long Shin.
Even though he didn't perform, even though he didn't perform,
We knew he would though.
as high as we maybe wanted, still looked good at Olympia. I will say that. Still look, hey, for being at the bottom, not bad, man. Pause, but not bad.
This could be
That's pretty good, isn't it?
It's good, but I think the Olympia left a sour taste in my mouth, quite like the judges and Derek. But
Oh, do you like that squat?
I did. I went up and licked the stage after this. I think this package is better than the Olympia, though, so I think we could put it in C tier. It's C or D for me. Does anyone?
Are we going to leave anyone? Are we going to put anyone in D?
I know who we'll put in D, and you
I
won't
think this
disagree.
is C. This is C. I think this is C. I think this would fare well against the Brett.
We may have to move this one down though after you see my C tier. Chin Long Chin. Okay. I think maybe our D tier is up.
Give me one more, and then I've got to check out. I apologize.
Okay, then we'll skip to the D tier now.
I can actually maybe jump back in. I can just sit in the backstage. I just have a call I need to make.
Got a call I need to make.
I do.
You can
Okay.
just comment in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And you can probably
Here's the D tier.
Oh wait, is this live?
No,
Oh yeah, I'll comment my ratings.
the video is not paused. It's just there's an insanely long opening to it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know why it's
Dorian
like that.
Haywood, my man, needs to know how to trim a video.
Right? Why is it like?
Considering it's the Masters, it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
he wouldn't.
Bro
he
didn't
wouldn't
even get
necessarily
paid.
trim it.
Still
Dorian
has
was
not gotten paid.
actually low key a lot better at the Olympia.
Really, I didn't pay attention.
He
He
actually
was.
did look.
I think he was
He
impressive.
surprised me.
Yeah,
I
He
think
gassed
he
it
can-
up for the Olympia or something.
Yo, I think Dorian may actually be better than Chin. So I'm
no,
sorry. Okay, tell me why.
'cause I disagree. Because I'm
That's
looking
not-
at this just prestigious video quality that should be the new judging criteria. It should be the next judge right here, AI. Little do you know, your chat EBT is, you're there. Chat EBT would 100% agree with you that video quality
got a
should be
fat
the
ass.
rightful judge. You fool. This is a C
Marcus,
tier.
you literally went to the in-person show Pittsburgh, and you had to look up at Derek Lunsford.
Look up.
Yes,
It's not.
You're
You
like-
see, that's the
you're
thing.
like,
You think it's
Derek-
looking up. That's how funny it is
Derek-
that you have never been
Derek-
to a show. You think it's like you're like
No, I
chilling
meant
out
like-
this,
I meant the
second
post-show
store
interview.
window.
I meant the post-show interview because the height difference. You were like, Derek, what did you? What did you think?
I mean, if we're gonna call a spade,
Derek, what did you? think?
anybody I was standing around there, I was towering.
Oh please!
Oh, what?
I thought you were 5'8", or you...
Dude, I'm whatever y'all fuckers want me to be. If you think I'm 5'8" and 250, go for it.
you
I
said
think
that.
Dylan thinks that when you watch bodybuilding shows in person, all the bodybuilders are at this angle. Like,
Yeah,
They are, though.
yeah.
For the judges, they are.
Just
No,
showing
literally.
stars
No,
a little
the
bit.
judges sit down. They're sitting down on a table, right? And if there's an elevated stage,
But it's
that's
not- but
3 feet
the-
off the ground.
Even at Pittsburgh, the judges' table was elevated. Like it was legit. Like they were at eye level damn near, and even like you weren't like sitting
Okay.
below. It was pretty
Well,
good eye
then,
level.
well, if the judges are in the way, how can you say then that you had to be there to judge the show, to give your opinion on the show?
For the
I can't even see
prejudging,
over
it was in a
Tyler. I
different-
can't even see
for
over
the
Steve Weinberger's
prejudging-
bald head.
You're saying I hate. You're such a fool. You're such a fool. You're such a fool.
Look,
This is
you just
dog.
got caught in your scheme.
I sat in two completely different places, prejudging and finals.
Remember when Derek Lunsford absolutely bitch made you in that interview?
Oh yes, 100%. You can play the video right now.
Oh, is it on there?
What do you mean? It's on fucking YouTube.
Old School Labs?
Yeah,
We've talked about it too much, but we'll open it up because I'm sure we'll keep talking about Derek on this channel, of course. So remind me, I'll add it to my watch later.
Yeah.
But Xavier, C or D tier because this is your last one.
I will give him D, but I will say
Pause.
shout out to Dorian, and I think what's
I give him D.
He's a Masters winner. How could I not? You know?
Well, Phil Kahar should have won that show.
I love that old man muscle. He's best package ever, I think.
I mean, if you like the gut sticking out more than the chest, perhaps.
Wait. Tyler's calling. Sorry.
Literally, you
Anyway.
can bring that up 30 more times, and it'd be more funnier than every single time it was attempted on that show. But anyway,
That's a good impression of Bob, though. Anyway, all right. I'll check out for now, boys. I'll see you soon.
okay, all right,
I'll check back in. All right. Bye.
all right. Marcus, Xavier said he'd give him the D, and I think he meant cock, but we're gonna assume tier. Where would you
Either
put?
which way, you're fucked. Pun intended. C or the D. You know what I mean? It's not good. Not looking good for Dorian. This
Honestly,
ain't better than Homeboy Long Schling Shang Chong.
it's not better.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I think there's much more wow factor to the Long Sheng Or
Was it that
Pardon
same
me.
type of wow factor you saw from Derek where you absolutely creamed your jeans?
yeah, when I was just looking really high up at him.
You had to
just-
hold the microphone like the
Sorry.
Statue of Liberty. You said, dude.
How was your
Hey.
victory
Hey, watch this.
that I don't think you deserved?
Okay, I'm removing you. Wait, I think
Why
you have
don't
to
I
put yourself
control over
backstage.
this?
You
Why don't I
have to
have
put
control?
yourself
I
backstage.
feel vulnerable now.
You're gone. Okay, we'll put him in.
I think
Torian.
I hate to say it, like I do think the gentlemen above him are, rightfully in a tier.
Okay. Next, let's get back on schedule because we skipped around a little bit. Skipped around like after you shook Derek's hand at the Pittsburgh. You were like, "Oh, I'll never wash this hand," and you went home and pleasured yourself. But anyway, we have to talk about the Dubai Pro and potentially another S tier. We'll talk about it. Beiruz Tabani, where are you? Where are you, my fair-skinned friend? There he is.
I'll say right now, Martin Fitzwater is in A tier.
We have him in A tier.
Yes. So I think this is an A tier look.
Oh, okay. I see what
I
you're
do not
saying.
think this is S tier personally. And shout out to
Even for the vacuum of 2025?
I think that if this is S tier, then we may have to move Martin up because
I'm fine with that.
I can put this in S tier. I can, but Martin has to be in S tier then.
You're right. Then it gets crowded. So we should do A tier.
That's kind of where yeah, exactly. So this is an incredible look. I mean, he beat some heavy hitters here. Look, really impressive with Beiruz.
If he had a little more quads, he'd be very top of the list.
The issue is if there was just a little bit more there, this is an S tier for sure, and he would have placed a lot higher. It's just in general, it's just
a little more quads plus a better peak equals potential Mr. Olympia.
Probably top 4 call out.
Well, not being compared to Derek Lunsford, though. Like Andrew, he's going to get the Andrew Jack treatment on the outside looking in the entire time.
You know what? I don't think he would have personally this year. To be whatever, since we're talking that shit, I think that if Beiruz, I think they were expecting more out of Beiruz. I think that during the presser, there even what's this the homeboy, the Solomon. I think even dance. I think a lot of them made a point to like shine some light and give love to Beiruz. So I think that if he performed well, they would have gave him that nod. I really do. I think he would have got that automatic nod. It really sucks that he didn't come at his best. Pause, but
we're gonna talk about Nexzilla now, and for this one, I just took his best showing, which was the Portugal. I think the show was called. It was the third show he did technically. He did Dubai, Flex, Italy, and then this third show. I think it was Portugal. Yeah, Mr. Big Evolution. His best condition. Where is it at? What if I didn't even save it? No, I did.
freak.
Yeah. Best condition. It's just a matter of how much that matters to you, really, because I mean, no one else looks like this. Still, though, I don't even think I can put him in A tier.
I fear for this gentleman.
What do you mean by that?
I think he might receive poor treatment
Because he's black.
Well, he's Colombian, but I mean,
You're right. He doesn't even look black.
He definitely looks black. But I just feel like it's gonna be. I mean, look at the legs. Look at that side shot. That is beyond impressive. I just have a strong feeling that this is somebody who's really gonna have to prove themselves. Sadly, when I think they've already kind of have shown some proof. But hopefully it's not the case. But I do think that he's gonna be one of those people where there might, he might be slept on for a while.
You remember when he mogged Derek Lunsford at the Olympia? I mean, bro, this should not even be an argument.
I mean, it's a very impressive look.
That me? Look, that's me and you. Why is this bitch back here smiling for a photo that doesn't include her? I guess
she's on point. She got her antennas up. What are you talking about? That's impressive.
Anyway,
goodness.
Where would you put this?
Traps had traps.
Where would you put this?
B+ tier.
B+, that high, huh?
Yeah.
Let's take a look. We have Bonac, Raphael. I put it in B-.
I put it B+. So clearly
Okay.
it's a B.
Clearly you're just trying to get a rise out of me. You're the master baiter. That's what it is. Next we have
Master
the two shows.
debater.
The two shows that Jordan won, Tampa and Texas. Again, I just took the better of the two, which I thought was Texas.
Do you watch South Park? I thought I was against your religion.
I don't watch South Park. I don't watch TV.
I don't watch TV. I just watch Joel Osteen on VHS.
I just watch Joel Osteen. That's crazy.
Praise the Lord. Jesus.
Underrated.
Very. Safe to say, I want him with OSL. I think he should be a.
Oh,
Can't stop.
why don't you want me at OSL?
Huh?
Why don't you
What
want
do
me at
mean?
OSL?
I 100%. I'm talking about as an athlete.
Why don't you want me at OSL? You can tell the viewers right now what. You can tell the viewers right now.
Wait. Tell them what? Did I want you with OSL?
No, that you don't want me, and tell me
Come
why.
on down. Xavier, too. All of y'all can come to OSL. We're accepting all of you beautiful, pleasant YouTube bodybuilding, just, enthusiasts. We love you.
Okay.
But as far as athletes go, because none of us are,
Whoa, speak for yourself.
Okay. I know you be getting those little 4 a.m, private gym sessions in with, youth pastor and all that. So I got it. I get it.
Private gym sessions.
It's gonna be the winner of the CIFBB.
Anyway,
But yeah, Jordan.
I really like this. I really like his look, but I don't think I can put it any higher than B tier. To me, it's just like it fits. It's like a combo, honestly, of Bonac and Rafa.
And yeah.
He can be at the top though.
I mean, hey, you can make
Top
that
with
argument.
Bonac, yeah.
I think that him and Bonac would go back and forth.
How did we skip Tonio?
And I don't know how you feel about Tonio, and I don't know what the showing looks like. Whatever one was it Legion, right? He won Legion.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to talk about it before Sasan. Yes, he also we had two Legion Sports winners in the same qualifying year, and he won the 2025 one. With his I can't remember him from the Olympia. Again, wasn't paying attention. Because I think the Olympia is an awful production. But I think this was his best look of the year, but you could probably attest to that more than I can.
I'd be dead. I mean, I wouldn't want to compare him Legion versus Olympia. I'd like to see that. You can make an argument for Dubai. He was very impressive as well.
I think he was a bit more depleted there. I like Tonio when he's fuller.
Yeah.
Because he's not missing condition.
No.
There's an argument for this being A tier, and I think if we put Derek's soft, sorry ass up here, we can put Tonio up there. I think that'd be a decent matchup. A smaller version of Derek versus a bursting full Tonio.
I don't think anybody here disagrees with you.
Oh.
I think that Tonio is the one outlier deserving.
I think he'd be on the back end of this, but yeah. Next we have XAVIER'S, and as you can see, there are two versions of XAVIER'S because they're so different. I have to comment on it. The Europa, no, the what was the show he did before Europa? What was it called? Do you remember? Oh, Pro Muscle Italy. This was a terrible look. I gotta be honest. I think the back was really smooth and watery. I think the arms look really bad and sus. And he didn't have any of that polish from his classic days. We'll get to the Europa, so I don't think it's all bad. I'm just hating on hers. But this package, if you put it up against the majority of the Pro Show winners, smooth, lacking the density and overall thickness of a true open guy, I don't think this package does anything better than C tier.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the other version first so we can
Well, I mean, will we put? Yeah, I mean, this
before we
is
rank them?
to me. This
Okay,
is
but take a look at this back. Really puffy, and it
yeah,
wasn't
which
all.
is shocking for him.
And then take a look at. I mean, I think I saved it. It was one of the first ones I saved. Yeah, take a look at the difference. And lighting and whatnot, but just the overall quality
Yeah.
difference that he had
No,
a
you
week or
see
two
it.
later.
A lot more quality, a lot more of that, HDR feathering, just beautiful artistry that is bodybuilding going on here. It's a great look. This is B tier, the other one is C tier.
I think the other one could be D tier, honestly.
I can't go D tier. Only got Dorian in D tier.
It's not much better. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do C tier for this one, back half of C tier, and then we'll put this in B tier.
Yeah, like I
kinda
think
towards the
Sasan
bottom.
smokes that
version. I think so too, honestly, just
Yeah.
from the sheer condition. Like it's
Yeah.
not that bad. I let the record show I can move it down to D tier. But with that said, you may have noticed that we are all out of guys to rank, but we're gonna do a re-ranking and then we're gonna give some final thoughts. I sent you this video earlier and you didn't say anything about it.
Do you want me to unfollow Kenny?
Okay, we're gonna wake it up. This is the real fucking tea.
Oh. Okay, what's the tea?
Okay, sis, I'm not having you lying on my name, telling all these bitches that I took your man of 4 fucking months. Where did you pull that date from?
Girl, what do you mean where did I pull that date from? Why are you
So which
Do you
one's
want
the
me to
finest?
unfollow?
We can take a little round table of twinks. That's awesome.
This is the last thing you see before you lose to Derek Lunsford, by the way.
Did I pull that D out?
I went to Twinks versus Dolls. It is a wrestling match between a group of Twinks and a group of Dolls. They get a boxing ring.
Dolls, trans women.
They get a bunch.
So
Well, that's what a doll is.
male to female, yeah.
And a twink is just like a kind of like a part of me. I don't know your lane too
skinny,
good.
feminine boy.
Like your type kind
bunch
of
of
thing.
bleachers, and it's
Yeah,
very
I
rowdy.
guess you
It's
can
a
say
metal
that.
show.
San
They have a bunch
Marias
of
is
artists
way
play
more-
it. It's, like,
San
insane.
Marias is not a
Describe the
twink. I
smell.
mean,
Oh, I'm so glad
If
you
he didn't
asked
work out,
because
maybe.
I was with someone the other day and
He's
I
got some
described
junk in the
gay men
trunk.
smelling like human, and they were like, "I've never noticed that before." And then at this event, they literally went, "Oh, there it is."
Whoa.
It was 90 something
Wow.
degrees and wet outside with no AC.
Oh my god.
It was really fun. The event was sponsored by Sniffies, Say Uncle, and then MAC Cosmetics, which I was like, LGBT is back, baby. The dolls
to
won. And everyone I tell that to is like, well, obviously the dolls won. And I'm like, what do you mean by that?
I literally was just about to be like,
What do you mean by
well,
that?
obviously the dolls won.
Yeah. I went,
who would you take? I mean, honestly, because look, you
Who
have
would I
queen.
take?
Like, who would you bet on? Who would you bet on to
Yo,
win?
your brain is crazy.
Who would you bet on to win? Twinks or dolls? Overall.
Dolls, 100%. The
Okay.
people who are, I think they have more to prove, and I feel like the twinks are more like feeble, like little. They're feminine,
No,
like
no,
they're
no,
more
look.
tiny.
Well, look,
In a
here's my
fight,
thinking. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Wrestling, I think it's what it is technically.
the dolls. I think the dolls are gonna fuck twinks up, man.
You'll never believe this.
You're
Okay.
they were like
listen,
being held
listen.
hostage in a.
Can I please get my point
Twinkathon.
off?
Background
Can I
joke.
please get my point off? Look,
Go ahead.
here's my thinking.
Did you
Twinks
pull that D out? All that.
Twinks are still biologically men. They're not altering their hormones, right? The thing with no, listen. The thing with dolls is they're actively trying to be more feminine, even more feminine than twinks, and they're on estrogen, a lot of them. So do you take minimal amounts of test in both, but less estrogen in the twinks, or the dolls? I am inclined to think twinks would win. What do you think about that?
Me or Xavier?
You first.
Okay. I think that you put a lot of thought into this. So me personally, when I know, I think that I should let the professionals speak on this. So I'd really love to hear your opinion.
Right.
I think I see where you're leaning. A little to the left, right? Just a little bit that way.
I'm saying the twinks should win. I'm leaning towards the twinks.
Okay. Like I said,
Xavier?
Clip that. clip that.
Xavier, what do you think? Yeah, do you remember when your ex clipped your balls? Anyway, who do you have, twinks or dolls? Do you know what a
Dolls.
doll is?
Yeah.
Trans women, so male to female.
Yeah.
You heard my explanation. It wasn't convincing enough for you that
It wasn't
these
compelling.
I still
They're
think
on
that the
estrogen,
ones
though.
who are less small, tiny, are gonna win.
Yeah. They got all the hormones, man. He's a genetist.
Yeah, maybe. I just think them taking literally exogenous estrogen probably handicaps at the very least their ability to throw down with a high quality twink. There is an element of a gay man inside of me. Let's get back into re-ranking our tier list. I can tell you right now, I want to move Cheng Long Shin down. Oh, I want to move this version of hers down. Sasan and B tier, please. Where did he even place at the Olympia?
I don't remember.
He was technically the 16th dude. Technically, he didn't tie for 16th. He was 16th.
Who's the son?
Yes, at the Olympia.
Yeah.
For reference.
And we got Rubiel where?
B.
Ruby.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can make an
I
argument
can-
for both. I'm
I
not
can
dying on
move-
this fucking mountain. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, okay. I think the version of Rubiel at the best pro show from this year beats Sasan, but it's
yeah.
closer. This version of hers can
I-
be D tier.
I think the other version of hers, the B tier one, I just have a feeling that would beat Andrew Jack, that version of Andrew Jack.
Holy shit. Okay, I do want to show this. Oh, I didn't save it. Well,
Hers was
Fucking
13th
right.
at the Olympia, and I don't think that version of Andrew Jack, I think that would be lambasted at the Olympia. I think he would just get absolutely slammed for the conditioning.
do you want to move it down to B? Because if anything, if you start
I'm
saying
down.
hers can beat that, then we have to move it down to B. Marcus, what do you think?
I think
Then
Jordan would beat that.
Then will we have to move Good Vito down?
I think if anyone's on the chopping block, it'd be him and Derek.
No, I don't know. I get the argument.
I'm easy.
Yeah, we know. Your body count's literally like 150. You're literally a man whore,
No, it's not.
which is
Your
crazy.
body count's
You're a
very low.
man whore. I'm
Does
telling
does
you,
your
he's
does
on
your
the wrong
girlfriend know you're
podcast.
literally a slut?
He's on the wrong the wrong platform. You'd be so big in this other realm, dude.
Look at my green screen. It just won't even change back to my other screen now. I removed my camera and then put it back.
I think Nick still beats Derek. I think I'd put this version of Good Vito behind Derek. I don't know.
I'd put maybe Tonio ahead of Good Vito and a few of those guys, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah. I still have a problem that Jordan is below.
What the hell was that?
My chair, pardon me.
Sounded like
Pardon
a
me.
dog you just sat on. Shut up.
My cat's still good. My cat's still here.
It looks like my green screen's lighting up your face
Oh.
there, Marcus.
This
I
is
know.
right here, and this
I feel
is
like a
right-
Goosebumps character.
and we can put.
I'm pretty sure
You can't see your cat either. It looks like you're just
These are
itching your own chest.
good. This is.
Hey.
I'm fine with this. Maybe we can flip those two. And yeah, I think this is pretty okay.
I like it. Hey, Marcus, are you a
Marcus-
cat guy or a dog guy? I'm assuming
Oh
cat.
man, I think just by default I'm a kitty catter.
Thanks, Dylan.
Well, since you want to ask stupid questions and host this show,
Wait a minute, stupid
I was
question.
asking a great question.
I'm sitting here
Anyway.
with a cat, and you're over here bringing up twinks versus dolls.
anyway,
Stupid question.
Marcus, what changes do you want to make to the list?
I think the list looks really good.
Okay. And Xavier, you're fine off of changes.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is respectable.
Hey, there was a lot of bickering about Nick and Derek for some reason, but we show
all
up
agreed.
and we get it done. Honestly, so this was about the overall recap of the 2025 season. Not really, but to make it sound like it was, what did you guys think of the 2025 season? Give it a letter grade. If you want anything above an A+, you can go to S tier. But Xavier, we'll start with you. Give
Are we
the
talking about
2025 season a letter grade.
Just the whole season as a whole, not just like the pro show winners as a whole?
The whole season as including the Olympia. The 2025
Man, I
Olympia.
think it was a solid A. It was a solid A.
Why are you guys texting in the private chat?
Because you told me to put my things in there.
Oh, sorry.
Said Tony
private
A.
chat? I don't see shit.
It's on the side.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
You
That
comment.
shit was a while ago.
What did you
Yeah,
say? Sorry to interrupt, Xavier. I didn't know why you guys are passing notes in class. But what are you giving this season as a letter grade?
Me, A. Good
Okay.
season. It's a very good season. I think the money injection to some of these big shows, I think has raised bodybuilding up a little bit.
Remember when
think the
Simpson injected you
Huh?
with cum?
I didn't hear what you said. I just heard "be injected me with cum." I was say, okay, let's move on.
Okay. A tier, A from you. So it's getting a sticker on the test. It's getting
Yes.
a scratch and sniff sticker. I used to get those. 'cause it
You're
was
a
so
star.
smart.
One of those stickers.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
star's shooting.
Marcus
Long
grew up in the inner city of Baltimore, so he never passed the test in his life. So, but Marcus, what would you rank or rate this season?
This is tough because if I'm looking at it like a movie,
Yeah,
this was a great season. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of WWE twists and turns, a lot of reasons for Dylan to get on here and
a lot of
talk his
drama.
ish. A lot of drama. A lot of, like I said, very WWE. Very
and,
tables,
I mean,
ladders, and chairs. You know
we're
what I'm saying?
speaking in terms of pure entertainment.
Entertainment. This was a S- year.
You know what? A lot of people wouldn't expect me to agree with you, but I do. In terms of I agree. I disagreed with a lot of the stuff that happened, but in terms of sheer entertainment, this was an S tier show. In
Yeah.
terms of, I think 90s bodybuilding had a lot of good lineups, but modern guys would beat all of them. But we haven't had an era like this since the 90s where a lot of guys compete at a lot of shows together. Like, we were treated this year. Derek and Nick versus at the Pittsburgh. Nick has to do 2 shows, so we get to see him twice before the Olympia. Samson versus Derek at the Arnold. Olympia winners. We had a good Olympia. We saw a lot of the good guys multiple times, which is really, that's the main thing I want to see.
I agree with you, man. I really do. I really do.
Do you guys agree with these being the top 3 physiques of the year?
Yeah.
In that order?
No.
Okay, Xavier. Okay, this is my order. This is the official order. But Xavier, how would you want me to re-rank these?
They're all very close. I would have Derek over Nick. And it's so hard to say where Samson fits in there. I'd probably have Samson. Oh, that version of Samson. Oh,
Go ahead, say it.
I'd
Come on.
have ahead of Nick. May. Yeah, ahead of Nick. Yeah, I'd have it like that.
Come on, bro. You just, I don't even feel bad about saying that he injected you, because that's just crazy. We can say if we were arguing about the 2024 Olympia Samson, I could see your arguments, but I think this Samson, no, I don't think so. But Marcus, where would you have your ranking?
Would you say that the conditioning of the Tsunami Pro for Samson was better, or it just didn't have as much polish as
And
the
what?
Olympia? Like, there wasn't.
No, the Olympia definitely was better in all aspects. He got fuller too.
Yeah, there was
Dry,
a lot
I
of
think.
yeah.
Yeah, he dried out, I would say. I don't know if the condition necessarily changed, but he dried out for sure.
Okay. Nick won.
Okay. Amen.
And I mean, I'd
Do it.
probably.
Do it.
I mean, I would put Samson in front of Derek.
See, this is how we beat Samson off, but still keep our credibility, Xavier. You can't be greedy with it. You can't be greedy with it.
Well, I
But
put Samson second.
as much as I
Mark's
love
put
this,
Samson second.
as much as I love this, we have. This is the official order. Technically, when you average it out between me and Marcus having Nick in first, this would be the official order, I guess. Or no, you put him in third, so I guess he would be second. I don't know. But I think this is going to be the popular consensus, which is crazy. I mean, think about it. Just the Pittsburgh Pro Show alone, and Nick Walker being dead on arrival in anyone's mind after getting injured and sitting out 2023 and then quitting the 2024 Olympia, bringing one of his best packages ever is, I mean, that storyline alone makes the season a terrific one. And that's just one of the things.
Nick is only there by
on.
default, though, really, because he didn't win a pro show. I mean,
it says something,
he
though,
didn't
doesn't
win
it?
that pro-
Well, he won New York Pro.
It says something,
Yeah.
though, doesn't it? Yeah,
But
you're
we're not
right.
judging
You're right.
that physique here.
True. He's not a true pro show winner, but anyone that has eyes, a brain, and a mouth to speak, and as long as you get the IFBB's cock out of your mouth, you'll realize that Nick brought the best physique of 2025 at the 2025 Pittsburgh Pro. But that's going to do it for this video. Marcus and Xavier, even though you guys literally shat on me the entire time, so condescending, I do appreciate you guys for coming on.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me here. I appreciate you showing me like a glimpse like into your lifestyle and like, you know, your hobbies and all that. I really appreciate it. I'm really trying to like branch out, you know, myself as far as just, you know, becoming more open-minded, not open physically like you, but just more, you know, just trying to, you know.
You were open for pretty open for Derek.
Pretty open for Derek. That's why you fucked your fucking word. Pretty open for Derek.
You're pretty open for Derek.
Pretty open for Derek. Yeah, you got the little head nod down too.
You didn't even have to get on your knees for Derek because you're so short. That's
you
crazy.
Go straight into that realm.
Anyway, Xavier, what do you want to plug besides Samson?
Stupid. Not much, man. I believe you saw the podcast that Lee Priest and I did that made good. Went
the re-ranking.
The re-ranking of the Olympia,
Yes,
where he put
I would
Derek
actually
down
recommend
seventh.
that. I would
Was that Lee, right?
Yeah. Lee re-ranked Derek down into 6th or 7th, and then
Dude,
6 or 7.
I actually agree. His list was pretty.
I agree too.
His list was
Don't
good.
spoil it. You know,
Oh,
Derek
yeah.
is low, but I would, don't spoil it because this is actually one I would go and watch. Xavier and Lee re-ranked.
ifbbama.org, or check out IFBB AMA on YouTube, and you can check out that episode. It is a good one. Unfortunately, they put a video out 3 hours after they put that one up, and I think it killed it a little bit in the algorithm, so it only got about 5 or so thousand views, but still, it was.
No, it's a good show. And then Marcus, what do you want to plug besides getting plugged by Derek? Twinks versus Dolls? I heard you'll be judging in person. That's why you were so hell bent on the IFBB stock argument of you have to be there in person. You guys gotta see these Twinks versus Dolls in person. Trust me, bro.
I just know that when we go off live, as soon as we go off live, Dylan is sharing his screen and it's going to be a little Twinkie. I know it.
Or it's Sam Moraes.
Okay, Sam Moraes.
Yeah, oh, dude. Talk about a crush.
I've invited him on the podcast.
Huh?
I've invited him on the podcast.
Well, be nice and say her, them, right?
No.
No, he competes in men's wellness.
Yeah, come on. Let's not be a bigot. Gross.
I was actually trying to be politically correct. Pardon me for not knowing the ins and outs of, you know.
I'm surprised you don't know the ins and outs of other men.
You just love taking things to that level. It's so telling, and you just can't help to smile. Like the beautiful smile that comes out of your face. Like I see I can literally see the glimmer from your chapstick. What is that? What you got? Like a gloss to that?
Vaseline.
What is that?
Vaseline. I put it on earlier.
Pause. Push it.
You guys watched me.
Show the lips.
I'm not gonna kiss you.
Come on, Twinks versus Dolls.
You are
biggest fan.
You want to see my lips? You want to see my
Look,
lip?
he's trying to change it up. He's trying to
Yeah.
change it up.
Xavier,
You're
Xavier,
gay.
did he
You're
not just
gay.
ask
Let
you
me
to
go
see
show
my
all
lip?
these clips of all these things. You're gay. Whatever, you little sweetie pie. You're so sweet, Dylan. You're so sweet. You're so
Marcus.
sweet. You know, I like to plug. Go follow me, Mr. How the hell you think my name is with a 0, Mr. No Olympia.
Don't go and follow him. This is the kind of shit you'll see.
It's not even on screen, but I heard it. This would be the sideshow for Twins vs. Dogs, by the way. This is gonna be the halftime show.
I cannot wait until
Me
you're
coming out in that get up to deadlift. I'll wear that with my little Cole Haan shoes and deadlift some plates. But yeah, it's my sound like a fucking dog kennel. I'm plugging myself today, man. It's my birthday tomorrow. So
No one cares.
Oh, happy birthday.
What are you, like
appreciate it,
35?
Xavier. Dylan, go yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just go.
I'm 36.
No, you're not. You're literally 46.
Nope.
What do you got to plug, Dylan? Aside from whatever chapstick brand you're trying to get sponsored
Vaseline. I use the lip therapy one. It's rosy. You can't see it. It's like rosy pink. I don't know.
by. You would have some
You
pink
got
Vaseline. I ain't
one
never
finger.
seen pink Vaseline in my life.
It's the little lip ones.
The little lip ones. I've never seen pink. That's so cute.
This is the flamboyant of him coming out.
100%.
No, I
100%.
have to use chapstick.
I use little pig Vaseline.
I use, and this is actually a
I'm
medical warning.
flamboyant. I'm not.
Never mind. I was
I'm
going to
not
give actual
I'm
medical
flamboyant.
advice. Marcus doesn't want me to give it to you. But anyway,
You can't give medical advice on YouTube.
you're right. It wasn't medical advice. It was a medical tip.
That's what.
Don't
Dylan
give me your
calls it, the
medical tip. I don't want
It
your
was
medical tip.
actually a good. It wasn't like an actual
the
good
pink
aside.
smeared medical tip.
I guess I'll just go home and end it all. I guess home from my office. Anyway, let's end the video there. Good list today, gentlemen. You guys already plugged your shit. Not that I care anymore.
I want you to
hate
plug,
you.
Dylan. Go ahead, plug. Plug something.
Anyways, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next video.
I appreciate you, Dylan. I just want to let that know before we sign off. I appreciate you.
Hey.